Wow. It's your girl, baby. It's the mule. So I just want to say, shit. I've been watching so many streams lately. I watched a couple of positive streams. So let me tell y'all who the people I really like on YouTube. Let me give my shout outs to the people I really, really like, right? Lately. So I heard Nick would be earlier, and let me just say, she always a good listen to. You want to hear some shit, some positive stuff. Talk, you listen to Neek B, she gonna make you feel good, and I just love her. She's always on that positive kick. It's never no BS. You know. Anyway, I was listening. I like Neek B. Hey, Queen Cascade. I love, love, love Queen Cascade, the Soul Charger. She has Queen Cascade, the Soul Charger 2.0, and Queen Cascade, the Soul Charger, right? But anyway, let me see. Queen Cascade is Neek would be who I listened to earlier. She had a beautiful poem. Oh my God, the poem almost made me cry. Neek would be. She's a spoken word artist, but who else do I love on YouTube? I love, of course, okay, the big names. Let me get them out the way so I don't forget. Bomb Cherry, Bomb Cherry or Bomb Cherry Juice. And then you have Cynthia G, who I love. Then you have Nala Says, you have Taz or Taz the Goat, or you have Suave or the Argument League. The Argument League, I love him. Um, Tequila. Then you got my sister Incognito. I haven't seen her in a minute. My sister Incognito is the bomb. She got so much wisdom and inspiration. Um, I like Triple C's Treehouse. Like any type of conspiracies y'all want to know about, like Polite or Dr. Malik, just any kind of conspiracy shit, you go to Triple C's. Like I like her for that shit. Like it's deep. It's deep over there. And then they really know these people, and she actually interviews people. So I like Trip C's. Let me see. Who else I like? I like a lot of different people, y'all. But anyway, uh, so I don't want to just say like I'm forgetting people, but now I feel put on the spot. Yeah, but anyway, I had I like a whole lot of people here on YouTube, right? But I also have a whole lot of people I don't like. And mostly, I would say manosphere. But now I would tell you this, damn near equal to the manosphere. And hold on, this is a shocker. I equally don't like a lot of the women with this femininity cult shit, right? And what I'm watching right in front of our eyes, guys, is the new Mister unraveling right before our eyes. And they're playing him off as he's the go-to guy. He's this new ideal man. And a lot of the brothers are thinking, wow, he doesn't give a shit about women. And he's had a wife for 19 years. So he's the great guy to follow, right? Why he just not an asshole? Why he just not an abusive man? But in today's society, this guy is the new ideal man who has the perfect relationship. And let me just be honest. Anybody who tell you that is my way or the highway is abuse. Anybody who tell you that they don't compromise, don't think about their spouse is abusive. Anybody who thinks that you're the opposite of their self is shit and they're gonna run the whole show is abusive. Anybody who thinks that's some weird shit. It's not normal for a man or a woman to be in a relationship or a marriage and think it's their way or the freaking highway. Let me repeat that. It is not normal for a man or a woman to be in a real relationship, a marriage especially, and say that is their way or the highway. It's just not. Because how can it be? Because you're a human being, you have your own thought, you have your own ideas. The way this man prances, and I may later on say his name, but he puts his wife twice now in my presence on YouTube. He'll call her over to talk about something he wants to talk about, right? With his permission, of course, because he has to allow her to speak on the internet. Because if not, she's forbidden to do it. She bet not do it. And when he does allow her to speak, she has to keep looking at him to make sure what she's saying is at his cue, right? Is at his point. And what I'm saying is, we're looking at the modern day mister. We're looking at men wanting to follow this bullshit. And they are teaching the women on this program. I'm just going to name the damn program. This bullshit ass program is called Fight Club. The women are not even allowed to speak unless they're considered manly. You're manly if you use your voice because women should not be allowed to speak until they're called upon by a man. And they have women that's laying in bed. They have women that are just sitting up there trying to be cute. And then the women, when they do get a chance to speak, they have to be on cue to basically repeat the talking points that a man would have said because they can't ever disagree with a man because that would make them manly and not feminine. So you have to practice your femininity at all times. And what I'm trying to tell you is that this is bullshit. This is the utmost bullshit that they're teaching people. They're teaching women to be second fucking class citizens all over again. And we just became regular. And that's all we're fighting to be is equal. We're not fighting to be more than. Feminism doesn't want us to be more than a man. We just want to be equal, damn it. And then they go, oh, well, if a woman can raise her voice or speak out of turn or talk, let me tell you something. These women, these femininity coaches are setting us so fucking far back. It is outrageous that the women and you know what? It really can make me cry because there's a lot of black women that are anti-feminism, right? They just don't even realize that. I want to just say shout out to hey Queen Cascade, Soul Charger. I'll be listening in from the clouds. Queen Cascade says it's early morning here. Yes, I do know. I do know in the UK that I don't know. Shit, it's probably 8 o'clock by you. I don't know. Hey, Cherise. How you doing, honey? Hit the link, Cherise, because you know you always give me great talking points. Let me see if I can do it again. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I thought I pinned it. Did I pin it, y'all? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna put it back up here. Anyway, Cherise hit the link. Is I need you, sis. But I'm just telling y'all, I keep hearing these guys coming up with this BS. And then I was on a couple of panels and they were like, did your husband give you permission to talk to us? Does your husband know that you're talking on this panel? And I'm like, what the fuck? Am I a little kid that I need permission to talk to you Negroes? When I tell y'all, every time these dudes talk to me, I think of Color Purple. And I'm like, I'm in a matrix of they want us to go back in time. They really want us to go back in time to the Color Purple to where we have no voice. And if we don't, as women, start standing up and going against these pick me heifers, these women who would take any type of man just to say they have a man at all. There are women. There was a guy on this fight club. His name is Jay Prince. I call names, y'all know I do. He was on his little live and he was like saying like, oh, I got a baby by one woman and then I got a baby by another woman. And he got like three baby mamas, right? But on his last baby mama, he was like, she got three kids by three different men, and she don't have custody of none of her children, right? So this woman decides to appear on the Fight Club to challenge him on it. This baby mama. And she was like, basically, like, you said I have three kids by three different men, which is true. She admitted to that. She said, but all my kids live with me. You know this, right? Basically, him lying, saying he had custody of his kid and she had custody of none of her kids. They all live with their daddies. She was like, you lying. Now, when she was on there, a lot of people was saying, well, it's good she came up. She didn't really bash you. She didn't say anything negative. She just wanted to clear that little misnomer about herself, right? And then, he's talking. He was like, yeah. So they saying, can she stay? He was like, yeah, she could stay or whatever. His friends, right? So the whole time she's up there, she's just smiling. She's not really answering any questions and she's being very soft spoken, right? So then the guys was like, oh, I think she'll a keeper. She's not even trying to argue with you. Oh, she's not even answering it, saying nothing negative about you, right? And he said he was trying to take jabs at her ass, right? And so then he was like, yeah, she invested money on all her money into my food truck, but I'm gonna pay her back. Then he goes, they was talking about credit, right? Well, you know I don't have bad credit. You don't want to fix my credit. Tell the truth, Roro. You know, Roro, didn't you fix my credit for me? Everybody was like, damn, this lady. I'm sorry, y'all. This lady invested her money into your vision, into your food truck. Then she invested her time into fixing your freaking credit and got you to a point where you have good credit. And you still saw a need that you needed to cheat on her, lie to her, right? When I tell y'all, it's nothing good that, to me, the modern woman can do to help these Negroes, to help these ninjas. I'm sorry. You can you can sit up here and say, I don't know, Sinister Cyber Society. What's up? Look. But this is what I'm saying. As a black sister, she's trying to do her all for this guy named Jay Prince, right? He's admitting that she invested all her money into his food truck. Then he's really saying that she's not even saying she gave him any money for a food truck. The guy's saying this, right? Then he's like, uh, tell the truth, I have good credit. You don't want to fix my credit, right? Tell them the truth. So now you got another point for this other woman, right? For this woman. Who you saying because she have children by other men? You were just downgrading this woman, saying she have children by three different men. But you don't never want to uplift a woman, saying he could have changed that narrative and said, well, she had children by two different men and then she got a baby by me, but she's good to me. But because we're, oh yeah, I don't know what's going on with me. But anyway, but because we're in this gender war bullshit, no, he can't say that. He can't give her no props and say, yeah, my baby mama, man, she helped me with this. No, you had to first downgrade her to make everybody feel like she was shit before you could say the little things. And then those things was dragged out of you by other people, right? And then you had the boast say, I got good credit. Roro, tell him you don't want to fix my credit. Everything he said that was positive going on in his life, his ex baby mama Roro did. But yet he see no value in her, right? And the owner of that platform, which is the guy Anton, he's so stuck on himself, right? He has this thing where he don't believe men should do anything for a woman. He don't believe that men should go out their way for a woman or prove because I'm 19 years married and if my wife don't like what I say or do, well, she ain't gonna get with my program. She can hit the fucking highway. I don't I don't care what a woman thinks. That's the owner of that platform, who they respect so much. Now, what I want to see is women. How many women have stuck it out with they dude and saw potential? And he'd be like, "Oh, I want to do this," And then that woman say, "Oh, okay, you want to do that? Oh, okay." And then you start investigating because that's what women do. And if somebody you love say they want to do something, what we first thing we want to do? Try to figure out how you can do it, right? But we don't only just figure out how you can do it, we try to help you do it, right? We invest time, we invest money, we invest all this shit. And then you get your like this guy Jay Prince, his old lady, his girlfriend Roro is her name. She invested time and money. She put her savings, all of her savings, into this man food truck. Then she also helped him build up his uh his credit, right? So where he can get these loans and stuff. Everybody, if y'all come in, can y'all please do me a favor and just hit the like button? It would truly help me out if you can hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. But anyway, this guy, they never come in, guys, and just say, "I got you," or say, "Thank you. You know what? We broke up now, but this guy Jay Prince could have gave Roro all kind of props, but because he's on the Anton show, he can't say that because a woman definitely don't deserve no credit over there, right? A woman could never have any. Hey, Sinister Cyber Society, and hey, Wisdom Over Feelings. Let me see. Let me start. But anyway, a woman cannot in these men' life come up and say anything positive to them because you have to say everything negative about a woman. Only positive statements is it have to be about a brother. And this shit is so wicked to me because this guy, because he was surprised by his baby mama being up there, he was just at like every 10, 15 minutes letting a new cat out the bag, right? And she wasn't even exposing him. He was so crazy, he was exposing himself. The guy name was Jay Prince, and the chick name is Roro. But the show owner name is Anton. Now, before that, he put his wife on his channel, right? And when I say is the men, the modern day men are looking up to men who are really and truly the old mister from The Color Purple. And they want the women to be like those women back then. They want them to just be the slave and better shut up or they'll get beat. And this is the interpretation that I'm taking. Um, I'm gonna do some videos, y'all, later on. But I just wanted to see if anybody else saw what the hell I'm saying because it's no for these
Yes.
men. Hey, Cherise.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, how do you feel about this topic? Do you think these men want to be the new mister in modern day? I promise you, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I definitely do. I think that's like their main issue with us. Like, cause you hear how they always like with that whole submission thing. That's all they really want is to be able to oppress us the way white men oppress them. That's what I think.
I really feel like that, and I feel like not even just that way. They want to even. I'm saying this guy Anton on the Fight Club. He called his wife over. And he's like, look at her in her Versace robe, as if a material object. You know what I'm saying? Because she's in
You
a
tell look at her what?
look at her over there in her Versace robe. So
Mm.
he says, "Come here. I want you to talk to the people." But you can tell by the way she's talking, like she's walking on fucking eggshells, like
Mm.
she's scared to really give a true voice or true opinion.
Right.
And it's like she has to think like him, say what he would want her to say. It's the weirdest, sickest shit. And I swear to God, I got a Mr. vibe and a Celie vibe from her. Like she's a fucking prisoner to him.
Mm.
And when I saw that, it actually made my stomach get upset. I felt so sick. And then
You
the
had a
way
feeling about it.
yeah, but the way the guys were feeling about it, it was like, yeah, like you're a real man. Yeah, you keep your woman in check. And I'm just saying, and then they had other women that joined that panel. They feel like it's okay. It's okay. And it's like, are y'all all sick? Is this
Yeah.
normal?
Yeah, they're definitely sick. Um, I think it's because they can't oppress or compete with anybody else. They can't even really compete with us. But I think that's like as far as like I think that's the only thing they think they can do. That's why they're so abusive to us in general. Even like just with the collective, the way like people are online, like the shit that they be saying. They want when they say like, oh, I want a woman who's submissive, feminine, and fit. They literally just want basically a sex doll. Somebody that sits there, looks pretty, and don't say nothing. They want to look like men. That's what I feel like, and they want to use women and abuse women to do it because they can't oppress or compete with anybody else.
Yeah, they say all that shit, right? You're right. They basically want a sex doll, but they want her to go out there and work and earn her own keep. You know,
Exactly.
because this is the thing. We be watching Kendra G all the time. They
Hmm.
want that woman to go out there and work. And
Yeah.
so this is the thing. What I'm starting to really, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching these femininity coaches, and they are so cute, and I really think they're beautiful. But I think I need to start going against these heifers because to me, they are programming women to be so much lesser than that they'll accept this type of abuse. And what it is it will be physical abuse from these men. These men who want to talk to you like this, talking is just the beginning. Physical will soon follow. If a guy is sitting up here being able to talk to you like you shit, he will eventually start stomping your butt out.
Yes.
And these femininity coaches, they're gonna act like, oh well, if you do this, then he wouldn't hit you. No, that don't
Right.
have nothing to do with you. That's his crazy ass. He was
Yes.
gonna do that shit from the beginning anyway. And you sitting up here trying to make these women think it's something with them. No, it's in him. If he's abusive, that means he was gonna be abusive. It just you being extra nice and soft spoken just prolonged it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Exactly.
But the
It's just.
second you disagree, bam, he's out of it. Now he feel like he have a right to abuse you.
Mhm.
That's the
Exactly.
problem I really have with this femininity shit, man. I'm telling you,
That
Sharice.
makes me sick. When people say, "Oh, well, she must have did something to push him to that point." That shit pisses me off more than anything because I don't give a fuck what a woman said, did. It ain't no reason for you to put hands on her ever.
Listen, you can see how sick these guys are when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. All of the men that you saw blaming Jada, believe me, all of them beat women. All of those men, because they started saying, like Jada, simultaneously, telepathically, even though it was all caught on film, they basically saying she telepathically made this man go slap a man.
Right.
So
Yes.
any man who believes that a woman can telepathically make a man do something, Those are those men who say, "Look what you made me do. Look why you
Right.
made me beat you. Why you made that woman ain't had nothing to do. This is a fully capable grown adult man. And
Yes.
whatever happened, he didn't like that shit and he went and did something about it. At the end of the day, he got to take ownership for his fuck up. He did that shit. It was the wrong thing to do.
Right.
He have to own it. But for every single woman who heard one of these men saying it was on Jada, know that those niggas will beat the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Those are men that are cowards and they want to blame everything on you. Every single one, not one who ever accused this woman of being manipulative, all of that shit to Will Smith, all of them men are woman beaters for sure. This ain't a guess. I'm telling you, they beat their women ass.
Mm-hmm. They condone it. And that's what I'm saying. We didn't see Jada whisper in his ear and say, go hit him. And even if she did, he's a grown man. Like, when do y'all start making your own decisions and doing
When
what y'all
when
want to do?
in the 25 years them people was married, you ever heard them say, "Oh, and Jada, he have such a great wife. She's helping him with his career." But any downfall a man make is always on a black woman, right?
Hmm.
Them
Well,
people
do you
for
ever hear them say, you hear them saying, oh, well, they won't let us leave. They won't let us be mad. I mean, if somebody gotta let you do something, you really have no control over anything. So it's no reason to even deal with somebody like that because, like you said, oh, look what you made me do. It's never going to be on them. Like whatever they did, it's because you pushed them to it. You triggered them. And
exactly,
women get
Queen.
on here and condone the shit too and justify the shit. Well, what did she do? Well, what did she say?
And that's what I'm thinking. I promise you, Sharice, I'm feeling like I need to start coming at some of these women because to me, they encouraging these men. And it is a lot of these women that are so male identified. And when I listen to Cynthia G and Nyla, right, it's like they really don't want to come at the women. But
Yeah,
I'm to the point like, damn that shit. Like, start calling some of these women out. And the scariest thing is you don't want to call out people who are victims, right? Who just have low self esteem. So
right,
it's some kind of way in my mind you don't want to do it. But in some kind of way, you are leading other fucking women to follow in your footsteps. So it's like, I don't know, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's basically you're teaching women that this is the way to be. But even though you're getting abused, girl, you're not gonna tell me you're not getting abused.
right.
Well, everything you have to say have to be controlled by this man. You can't have a thought on your own, but you want to tell other young women that this is the correct way? Nah, bitch. I think I need to start coming for your head. But the only thing I don't want to come for your head because I really feel like you also are a victim.
Right.
That's just how I feel about it. I feel like this bitch a victim, but you leading other people down the same path.
See, I think it's a fine line because I feel like it is some women that, maybe just have trauma and they're black male worshipers, but then I think some of these bitches are dangerous and they know what they're doing. And I think that they hate women so much that, they'll condone anything that these abusive men do. Excuse me. They'll condone anything that these abusive men do, either for
Exactly.
nature snaps or just because they don't care about women.
I feel like I don't know which one it is, honestly, but I will tell you this. This shit just be outrageous to me. And when I see this man pull up his wife and oh look at her in her Versace robe and call her as if she's a fucking pet.
Hmm.
And then she have to spew the same remarks he says. Or
I'm sorry,
you
you said
can
that last,
you
she
can
has to
kind of
spew what?
like whatever sentiment he's trying to portray, right?
Hmm.
She's gonna have to agree and basically repeat.
Right.
And if she strays, he kind of gives her a look, and you can see her look, and then she catches up and like, oh, well, it could be, subject.
Right. Like if she say the wrong thing later on, she might be putting hands on her.
Yeah. But the
Huh.
sickest shit is the men and the women that's on those panels idolize this couple as this as if this shit is normal. That shit ain't normal.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Because I have a problem with that too. And I don't know. Like, okay, yeah, the men they're abusive and everything, and they stay on code with each other, so they condone anything that they do. But these women, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, did you I don't know if we talked about this, but basically, like when Kevin Samuels first died, a content creator had because people were saying like why are y'all celebrating his death, he wasn't even that dangerous, blah blah blah. So a content creator had made a video basically saying like he was dangerous. His followers, which was one of them was a woman, and her husband had ended up raping or graping and getting her 14-year-old daughter pregnant. And basically, like, remember when he said that you shouldn't believe your kids if they
Oh
told you
my
that something never happened
God.
to them. So it's like these women are are really dangerous too. Some of them, like
I
her daughter
never
was
heard of that.
14. Yeah, it's
When that was.
Paris Milan had did a video, and what's funny? The girl, the one that was 14, she ended up making a video. She's grown now, but she actually ended up making a video and telling the whole story. But Paris had posted it, like that story or whatever. So I
Damn.
had found out about it a couple months ago.
I'm gonna have to look at that. You see what I'm saying? But this is the new thing with these femininity coaches, these new submissive wives that keep getting on camera and they look so beautiful but sad at the same damn time. And I'm just to the point where I'm like, this shit ain't normal. And why do y'all want to put women back in the color purple stage? Why
Right.
do y'all want us to have no voice and no power or nothing over our own lives and our own future? And this is the sickest shit. They have women that's actually agreeing and wanting you to be back. There was a lady who was on that program. Shit, what is her name? Oh gosh, she wear glasses. Her name is something perspective. I don't know, Rockwell perspective or something shit. And I have a lot of respect for this older lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, she made a statement. My husband gave me permission to be on here tonight. In what fucking normal world does a old bitch like you, a
Need
grown up,
permission.
need permission? I
Right.
remember I had a girlfriend when I lived in Virginia. My husband and his friends came from New Orleans to visit us, right? And they all were going out to a club. And she told me, she said, "Oh, Lima, you give him permission to go out?" And I just looked at it like that was the strangest shit. What you mean gave him permission?
Right.
He told me he was going out. What the fuck you mean?
Right.
I don't give him no permission to go nowhere. Here, tell me now. Now we are respectful. We do say, "Oh, babe, I want to go do this," or "Babe, I'm going to do that." Now, if I had plans for him to do something else, I would say, "Well, no, baby, not tonight, because I wanted us to go do this."
Right.
You understand? But if I had no plans for us to go do something, okay, bye.
Right.
Shit. Same way with me. If you, Sharice, lived in my city and you say, "Oh, we gonna go do this here, or we going to this place, or we going here," I give him the respect to say, "Oh, babe, I'm going with Sharice. We going here."
Right.
He'd be like, "Okay, babe, bye. Have a good time." It's no permission. All it is letting you a courtesy to say you want to let your loved ones know where you're going in case something happens. It's just a courtesy.
I
But
think like that's like
this woman says her husband gave her permission to be on that panel. I have a serious problem with that bullshit. I really do. That shit irking me, y'all. It's
I
irking
think
me to the point where I want to start cursing all these people out now.
I think these women, well, I think black people in general don't have like a healthy idea of like what a relationship is. Even like with the submission thing, they really think that submission is a woman who cooks, cleans, works, takes care of the kids, does everything, and don't argue ever. Don't have nothing to say, pretty much. Like somebody that waits on them hand and foot. They don't know. They don't realize that submission is really 50-50. Your man submits to you, you submit to him. Like I don't know. It's like we don't like our foundation is like fucked up and unhealthy to where like we don't even know how to have functioning like normal relationships. Like, cause that's like a
Girl, I'm
child.
about to be
Like
petty. I'm
it's like
about
they
to
want a
find out this
child.
lady name just to say her name. This is petty, and I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm trying to tell y'all. And I had a lot of respect for her. But when she said that she had permission from her husband, I'm like, oh hell no. You know, ain't no reason no grown ass woman, ain't no reason no grown ass woman sitting up there talking about you had permission from your husband to say or do some shit. Nah.
It's like they want a child parent relationship. They want to be like the parent at the same time. They want the wife to be the mom.
Oh, the Lockhart, the Lockhart. So her name is Lockhart. Yeah,
That's
the
not.
Lockhart, the Lockhart's perspective, and that
Okay.
shit pissed me off when the Lockhart's perspective was like, I have permission from my husband to be here tonight.
And there's probably women in there like praising that shit.
Yes, and
Well,
no, the
have you ever
men
seen those?
love that shit. They love it. Like you need permission from your husband to be here. Hey, Miss
Well,
Mimi, come on up, Miss Mimi.
have you ever seen? Hey, Mimi. Have you ever seen those like memes where they say if your man ain't putting hands on you, he don't really love you and shit like that?
Girl, I done seen. I actually saw a woman on one video say, "If a man don't beat you, that means he don't love you." I'm
I,
to the point where honestly, I think I need to start arguing and fighting these bitches, these women, because I'm to the point where I just can't take it no more, y'all. And this is the sick thing. I came here to stand for women. I came
right.
here to fight these niggers. And then it's like I feel like I need to be putting hands and feet on some of these women too. It's really getting sick for me, y'all.
Well, some of the women are gonna have to go with the nakers, like with
Oh
this
my
whole.
God, girl, some of these bitches, I be like, oh, I might have to put this hoe in the headlock. If this
Mhm.
lady at the Lockhart perspective keeps saying one more time what her husband is allowing her, girl, I might have to put hands and feet on her. I'm like, shit.
Was you were you in the comment section?
Yes,
Mm. What'd you say?
yes.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I was telling her, I was like, ma'am, you're 50 something years old. I don't think you need permission to get on a panel from your husband. But she was addressing us and she was like, oh, she said, that's you feminazis. She was telling me, you must be a feminazi. She has to get permission or she would never get
Wow.
on any man's panel. I'm like, see this
Mm.
bitch here? Girl, God forgive me. I went in. I was like, bitch, you know what? You're a slave, girl. I was telling her all kind of stuff. I'm not proud of what I was telling her, y'all. So I went in and I said a lot of stuff that I did mean and I still mean, but I won't repeat. But
Right. Well, I think what I don't like also is that they're teaching young girls this shit. Like,
yes, that's the problem. Y'all
hmm
acting like that shit is a normal relationship when we know it's not. That's the problem I have, y'all. It's like you guys are teaching young women that this is how y'all should be. This shit is not normal.
No.
I'm sorry, y'all. My voice, I've been suffering with my allergies and stuff. So actually, I didn't even have a voice yesterday or this morning. So
It's
it's
all for
coming back,
you.
but sometimes it goes in and out.
A couple of days ago, my voice was terrible, but yeah, you sound fine. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just what I think. Like, a lot of black people come from broken homes, single moms, and haven't, seen their mom being like taken care of and respected by a man. And I really think that a lot of us have no idea, like how this, how an adult relationship or marriage is supposed to work. Like, because if you think about it, it's like they want a mom, but they also want to be the parent. Like, they want the woman to wait on her hand and foot and do everything and, cook, clean, laundry and all that. But they still want to be able to tell her what to do and what she can do. Are you there?
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm there. I just
okay.
didn't want to talk because my husband was asleep. But no, okay. So let me just go back to what you're saying, right?
Hmm.
You're absolutely correct. My thing is a lot of these women, they know that this shit that they're portraying online is not their real life. And
Hmm.
it's dangerous to me because there's nobody been married 19, 20, 21 years that's going to tell me their husband, you have to give them permission for every damn thing. We are
Yeah.
not slaves anymore. Your husband
Yeah.
is not giving your ass no damn permission. Straight up.
Right.
And if you sit up here trying to lie and tell young people this shit, you're lying. You know,
What you
my
think
husband,
they doing this for like Instagram? I mean, the internet. Like, what do you think
I
they
don't
just
even
like,
know why. I think it's
or
just a
maybe
new talking
maybe it's
point from
because they
Kevin
know that
Samuels.
these men. Huh? No, I was saying maybe it's because they know
If
that
they
that's what these
what?
men want. I said maybe it's because they know that's what these men want to hear. You know what I mean? And they want niggas that.
Maybe they want niggas next.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Sharif?
I can hear you now. Now,
Yeah, maybe they do want the next.
you're breaking up just a little bit, but I heard you. But
That shit don't wait. The niggas next don't really bother me, guys.
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they do bother me because
Okay.
they be trying to throw
I
women
just feel
under the
like it's
bus
just a
all
thing.
the way just for a couple nigger snacks. Like,
I agree.
did you see that video Taz posted? He did a review of Mr. Let Go, and it was a woman up there. Basically they was talking about how black women that wear weave are easy, like they're easy to sleep with. It was a woman with like she had her natural hair, she had a short cut, but she had on like one of those off the shoulder tops, and one of her whole breasts was out. But she's up there with Mr. Let Go, saying basically like, yeah, those women are insecure. Those women that wear makeup and weave. Like, I mean, I couldn't imagine what she'd be up there for besides make her snacks.
I think that's all BS. Those men don't want the women who wear makeup and wigs because usually those women are very confident and they want women with lower self esteem. And it is cheaper for you to date a woman who don't wear all of the extras, right? So if you're just natural face, natural hair, blah blah blah, it's natural, and I don't knock that. If that's your style, if that's what you want. But
Right.
they also are broke ass men, knowing they just can't afford those type of women, so they want to downgrade those beautiful women. And
Yeah,
I
and they know they don't want them either. They know that they don't have no chance, and the women are out of their league.
yeah,
And also, I think a lot of men, like, even if they do, you know, because I don't believe them about them not wanting those women. I think they do want them. But a lot of those men,
girl, they want them women. Those
they do.
Instagram models don't have no problem getting no man.
None.
Let me tell you something else too. These men always talking about whores and this that, and other. Girl, them whores don't have a problem with getting a man. You
None.
understand? It's the good girls have a problem getting a man. It is
Exactly.
not a whore ain't got a problem getting a man. These men
Not at
seeking
all.
them out left and right. And this is the lies that tell these women, like, for you to be so holy now. But guess what? They don't even want those type of women. They look for the damn bad girls. They look for the woman who don't really want their ass. And then they get mad that they can't even get them. That's what it is.
That's what
They'll
it is.
shit on a good girl. They will shit on a woman who's beautiful with no makeup, with no eyelashes, with no hair, fake hair. They would shit on her for an Instagram model any day, and then want to be abusive to that same beautiful woman because that Instagram model didn't turn them down. That's some shit. That's some shit.
Well, some of these dudes, like Nature Boy, he makes his women basically like they not allowed to wear makeup. Their hair is always like in some type of crazy style. Like he'll have them in locks, but the locks will be sticking straight up. And that's definitely just to so they're not attractive to other people. I think they don't want they want that woman, but they want her to basically not wear that shit when they're out in public. Like you heard them talk about they don't want a woman that's on Instagram. A woman can't post a picture in a bikini or he don't want her.
Exactly.
And how insecure can y'all be? So if she's at the beach in a bathing suit, she can't take a picture. That's pathetic.
No, that's
I just don't
insecurity.
like how they even complain about these women because they don't have any like they don't have no chance to be with them. And then, like I was saying, that one clip or whatever, the woman up there had on makeup. She just had her natural hair. Like, but I mean, I don't know how you just sit up there and listen to a man like talk about women as if you're not included in that. You are. He's just not including you now because you're right there.
That's what I try to say. That sometimes I kind of feel like I need to start combating some of these women ideologies because they're really um I'm scared that there are young women who are believing this shit to be true, basically. And it's really starting to bother me because I see a lot of older women teaching younger women that this is what they're supposed to be, and this is bullshit.
Right.
This is not for you.
Right. And a lot of them are either have been in abusive relationships or maybe single, divorced, whatever, and they know better than that. Are you there? Limo. I can't hear anything if you're still here. Can y'all hear? Cause I can't. Can
Sharice, can
somebody?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. No, but I don't know.
Oh. So
Yeah,
what
this
was
is
you saying? 'Cause I missed about probably like a minute of whatever it was talking.
a what?
I said, what was you saying? Because I missed probably like a minute of you talking.
I'm just saying that I feel like a lot of these women, just because they're married, right? These men are making them show up as puppets, not real thinking human beings, right? And making them say the same exact talking point as them. Let me be honest with you. If I put my husband up here, y'all would have an interesting conversation because we don't think a lot about everything. It's not.
Right,
We don't sound like the exact same damn person. And what
right,
I'm trying to say is, you can tell if you're a married woman, you know you don't think everything your husband thinks. He don't think
right,
everything you think. This is some BS, and they're teaching the women basically to. You remember that Coming to America movie, and Eddie Murphy was about to have to marry this woman, and they were like, well, what's your favorite movie? Whatever you like. Or what's your favorite food? Whatever
right,
you like. As if she have no brain and can't tell you that lasagna or gumbo or whatever red beans is her favorite damn food. Something you should know. Oh, I really like this. Oh,
right.
this movie. Even if I can't tell you, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have one favorite movie, right? But I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you, in
The
different
ones you
categories.
like.
Yeah, I can say, oh, if you say comedy, oh, back in the day, I'm gonna get you sucker was a classic. If you say cartoon, the first Lion King. If you say, I don't know, drama, I'm gonna say, probably Carlito's Way. You know what I'm saying? If you
Right.
can
Yeah,
sit
your
up
own.
here have an opinion on different shit. If you just ask me random questions, I should be able to randomly, even if I'm not gonna sit up here and put my head on the chopping block and say it was my favorite, because I'm not one of those people who have one favorite. I like many, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
many
yeah.
movies. I
Me too.
can't just say I have a favorite movie. I can't just honestly say I have a favorite song or some shit like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, but I have many favorite artists. I still have my own ideas. It might not just be one. Put it like that.
Right.
But these women have no original thought fucking process on their own. And the
Mm-hmm.
shit is just it's to me is leading younger women to believing that this is how shit goes. And it's absolutely not the truth. That's all I'm saying. It's not the truth.
Right.
And
I agree.
it's to the point where I honestly have been arguing with these women, but it's getting more to me. Well, like maybe I need to start, I don't know, fighting these women because I've been in arguments in chat rooms with them, right? And
Mm-hmm.
in the chat rooms, they
Mm, you cut out.
Married, 28 years. I'm not no damn bitter baby
Sorry, you cut
mama.
out, Lehman, for a second. You said in the chat room, and then you cut.
Yeah, they be telling me you're a bitter baby mama. That's what they be telling me. And I'm like, these heifers don't even know. I've been like really legally married 28 years, but we've been together 31, 32 years. It's not.
Right.
I'm not no bitter baby mama. But I really don't even like telling people no more that I'm married because they use that shit against you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As if you better than somebody who's single. It
Right.
doesn't matter. I just feel like these people are teaching women to be like the new slaves. I swear to God. I wasn't raised to be like that. My grandmother was married. Listen, they will tell you men come up with some bullshit. Stick to your gun. I never was raised to be like this submissive dummy.
Right.
You know,
Me
the
neither.
shit they the shit they want these women to be to get a man. I'd rather a woman stay single. I swear to God, it's
Yes.
just unheard of. It's unheard of. You can look. I don't know. I'm to the point where now you
Okay, I
gotta.
can't hear. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to get my husband medicine, y'all.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just comes up to be too much. And the thing is, not only are the men asking you, did your husband give you permission to come on? Now the women are saying, is your husband okay with you talking like that? What
Right.
kind of shit is this going
See,
on? Like,
exactly. I expect it from the men, but like when you hear women say it, it hit different because I don't know. I just that's what I was saying. I think we black people have a skewed view of what a relationship is between a man and a woman. Like I really think that they think that a man is somebody to be worshipped and women are to do the worshiping and the catering. And that's about it.
listen, these men have been fighting that image. Kevin Samuels was like, Mister was a myth. But these men, if you look at Anton Daniels, that Fight Club, and you hear him talk about how he don't give a damn what his wife say is his way of the house. When you hear these men talk, you tell me, close your eyes and listen to them. These Negroes are the new mister. And these
Yeah.
women are silly. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And this is what they want us to go back and revert back to. This is some bullshit. I promise you.
Did you see that girl recently? I forgot her name, but I don't know. But she did a video about like saying that she's submissive and she does everything for her man. She rubs his back before he goes to sleep and does all this like just weird shit. I don't know. She was on like an interview or something. But anyway, they had ran back like 2 years before, and she was on live saying basically like, I don't know about that submission shit. There's something like she was not for submission at all, but I guess she got with like some rich, like I don't know. I guess he was a celebrity or something. I can't remember who the people were. Maybe somebody knows in the chat. But basically, even her, she wasn't even with the submission thing before. And that's the thing. I could see if maybe like these men had money or something. So maybe you feel like you got to play a role in order to get what you want and need. But it's like you want to submit to him for what? So you gonna put yourself under a man that's at the very bottom just to keep him?
To
Like,
submit to dust, girl. To submit to the dust.
they're,
these
they're at the
niggas
bottom, but
want
they
you
want us to
to.
scrape ourselves and put us underneath that. Like, I
Girl,
ain't
they want
going.
you to submit to the dust. I promise you. And that's what they do.
Yes.
Listen, I got this guy Roro thing pulled up. I just want y'all to hear. Well, really, Roro, she's such a beautiful young lady. She wasn't even trying to like shit on the guy, honestly. But um shit. Let me take
Boy,
a
oh boy.
Can you hear this?
Boy,
Mhm.
oh boy. Jesus Christ.
Let me see.
Jesus Christ. Life in the fast lane. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on right club like so. That's just fighting for What's up, Roro?
What's up?
Well, how you doing, love?
I'm all right.
Can
I'm
y'all
glad
hear?
that you're here.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring Quentin to the front of the congregation because
Okay,
Quentin
cool.
said that he would buzz down. Oh,
I'm
girl.
not gonna be here long. I was just watching the other show.
I'm glad to have you. Hopefully you are here longer.
I just want to introduce myself.
Okay.
Somebody out here telling lies.
Who's telling lies, Roro?
JP, what's up?
Jay Prince, you was telling lies to Roro? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Jay Prince, what's happening? I'm gonna bring you up to DP in a minute. Jay Prince, he was telling lies to Roro? That's my baby mama. Oh, hold on. Wait.
All right.
Give me a second. Man, what you doing here?
Girl, did y'all hear that?
Yes.
That's his baby mama. She popped up on the Fight Club, the thing he does. And
Yeah.
did you see it?
I heard it. I didn't see that. No, I just
Okay,
heard
so girl, now he has been saying how she invested all of her money into his food truck. Then he's later on in this show gonna take and say, well, y'all lying. Y'all know I don't have bad credit. Roro, tell him you don't want to fix my credit. Didn't you fix my credit? Don't I have good credit now? They basically start saying you need to marry Roro.
it.
But these men want you to do everything for them
Mm-hmm.
to prove that you're a good woman. And then when you do it, they leave you for shit.
Right. Well, did
And
you
they
see?
never say thank you. They never appreciate you or nothing.
Well, Queen Cascade had just played a Kendra G video, and basically the guy had just got out of jail. He was locked up for like 7 years. He didn't have no job. He said he was a shoe salesman, so that means he's a drug dealer. And he was basically saying he don't want no woman that ain't got no job, basically, and she got to be able to take care of herself. Like, I just
Exactly.
like, what are y'all here for then? Because I mean, you can't protect, you can't even provide. I mean, if you ain't gonna do nothing else, you can at least pay for something.
Girl, I'm trying to tell y'all that I watch this shit and I just be like amazed that people really listen to these people talk.
Mm-hmm.
They listen to these guys talk. Okay, so I was telling you about this guy Antoine.
I don't
Davis.
want something I constantly have to guide.
Okay.
I got my girl Black Beauty.
Wait, hold on. Let me put this on.
What's up, guys? Alex here from ZBEC. Today I'm excited to show you two. Is a laptop attachment that's traditional screen.
But anyway, that was a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to grow and change, and they are in different environments, all of that kind of stuff.
If you had to guess, do you think that that's an accurate assessment?
Okay, can you hear this?
Give me your real thoughts. Don't sit here acting out. How can you believe that that's accurate and I'm sitting right here? Go. And again, anybody is welcome to
Okay, y'all listen to this right quick.
So the thing that I want to discuss, Rita's over there walking with her Versace robe.
Her Versace robe.
I'll show you.
Hold on, I didn't hear that word.
She's in a Versace robe.
The thing I want to discuss is modern women are complaining that even when they do get a man, that men always upgrade when they get money. Are we leaving women behind? What do you think about that, Rita? Do you think that that's accurate? Do you really? How can you believe that that's accurate? And I'm sitting right here.
And he ugly as shit, y'all. He is ugly as a
How can you
mother.
believe that this accurate and I'm sitting right here?
Do
Do I
he
need to
have
get you a
money?
microphone and see what you're talking about?
Girl, he wear them glasses like Ladera.
But does he have money though? Because he can be a high
This
up. I
nigga
could
got
definitely have
glasses
two
on
of
like
them
he
sitting right there.
Ladera.
Give me your real thoughts. Don't sit here acting out extra now. Do you think that that's more that's an yeah? Of course, you don't have an example because that's not what you live. But in a general sense, do you think that that's an accurate assessment or no? Like, if you had to guess, do you think that that's an accurate assessment? You think that that is an accurate assessment? Why? Here, come talk on the mic real quick. Look at her. She like, nope. Nah, you ain't got to talk on the mic. It's cool. Can nobody hear you? I got my girl Black Beauty.
I just think that once men get a lot of money, they tend to grow and change, and they are in different environments, all of that kind of stuff. And sometimes the women don't necessarily grow with them, and so that could be a problem.
So you think that men leave women because men that get a significant amount of resources leave women because the women are not growing with the men?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So it's basically the women's fault.
She's a man.
Everything is the woman's fault.
Yes,
of course.
That perspective. I mean, that's not always the case, but a lot of times. And then also, I think that some men just get too big for their britches.
What do you mean too big for their britches? What is that?
They get a little beside themselves and they forget.
She's looking at him and she sees the way he's looking.
When they didn't have anything. And
are they in the same room?
Did you breathe?
I said,
I'm
are they in
sorry,
the
did y'all?
same? Are they in the same house? Like, or they're like on live talking to each other?
They were on live talking to each other, girl, and it was so crazy. It was so wait, you right, Mule at 8. Keep going, sis. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, I was trying to read some of the chat. But yeah, most of these emotionals couldn't survive in 1935. You're right, Queen. But thank you guys. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button, guys. Please. Everybody who do come on, if you could just do me a favor, hit the like, it's free. But no, it's like she looked at him and she has to get affirmation that what she's saying is right. He started rubbing his head. When she said, like, too big for your britches, he started rubbing, what do you mean? And she's staring at him. And then she starts to correct herself. The thing is, if a man starts making a whole lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, sometimes they grow, they're getting all this money, they around different people, and they kind of feel like they've grown, and sometimes that's why the marriage don't work. And he said, so it's the woman's fault. Now,
Right.
how the fuck is that the woman's fault? If she's at home doing what you told her to do, cook, clean, be with the kids, and now he's grown, now he wants this, you know what I'm saying, sexy supermodel, but now you feel like it's not her, it's her fault that she didn't grow with you. What she
I
was
think that
doing.
was even just gaslighting. It's not that he grew without her. It's just that now that he came up, he has more access to different women because he actually has money now. So he's like, oh, I don't need her no more.
Sharice, me and you know that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you see that shit is the truth. But at the end of the day, the way this new modern day mister is portraying himself, is everything is the woman's fault. I swear to God. It's like they will tell you to do this, that, and the third. And then when the woman does this, that, and the third, now it's still her fault.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's never
understand?
good enough. When we was watching another
Listen,
like one of these dusties, and basically he kept saying like the girl was like he was asking the girl, well, how come your relationship didn't work? And she was saying like, oh well, he was playing games and he was doing this and he was doing that. The guy goes, oh, so he was playing games, so that's your fault for being gullible. Oh, so that's your fault for not breaking up with him. You should have waited 6 months and left. Like it didn't matter what that nigga did, it's her fault. I just
it's
can't. Like, there's no reason to even deal with somebody like that. Like, you can't even control your own actions. Even when you do something, it's because of me. Mm-mm.
exactly wisdom over feeling. Wisdom, hit the link. You have never been on my panel before. I would love it if
Yes,
you could hit the link. But no,
yes, it
I'm just
is.
saying, yeah, I love her. I love her. She have like a really cute voice, right? I love
Mm-hmm.
her voice. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's just to me, again, with this modern day mister. The black man want to say that I remember Kevin Samuels used to say that Mr. in The Color Purple was a myth and that man never really existed and blah blah blah. But the more I hear these modern men, basically they want the woman to have permission to talk, the woman to do anything. These are the modern day misters.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you. And these women who feel like they just so the pick me's, some of them will be that. But let me be honest with you, I believe they'll only be it for a while because nobody can sustain this type of humiliation and degradation permanently. Eventually, you got to get tired of that shit.
Well, I
Eventually,
mean,
those women have to get tired of being a slave to this man.
some of them don't go and they end up getting taken out. You know, it's like it's really no way to good way to continue the relationship. Like it's
Yeah,
like
and he's
you
talking
end it
about
or
his
they're gonna
wife
end it
wears
too.
Versace robes and his wife is the most high priced this and she goes to the hairdresser every week. I'm like, that's beautiful for her. But
Right.
that shit still don't equal being respected and loved. It still don't equal that shit.
They think money is everything. Honestly, they really do. Because even I was watching a stream, and the guy was basically saying that he don't like the man that his sister was with. But he was like, if I could pick for my sister, I would go straight to the NBA. So you just so you saying her man ain't good, but you would go find a man and you would go look for a good man in the NBA? No, it's because he got money. And they think money is
Exactly.
everything.
That does not mean money does not make you a good man or a good woman. Let's
Well, why
just
do you think
stop the
Kevin Samuels?
madness.
Why do you think Kevin Samuels kept saying, well, basically you're gonna have to put up with him cheating. Like if he's paying the bills and doing this and that, like you just have to deal with it. Like they really think that that's the end all be all.
It that does not listen, money does not equal happiness. Money does not even equal faithfulness. Money does not equal loyalty. If you want to be a happy woman, find you somebody who loyal. If you find a guy who's loyal and value loyalty and being faithful, you can actually accomplish having a happy life. You might not be rich. You might have to work and y'all pay bills and do everything together, but you would not be depressed. You would not sit up here with, oh, somebody coming on. Let me see who this is. Miss Mimi. Is that Miss Mimi? Hey, Miss
Hi.
Mimi.
Hi, good morning,
Hey.
Miss University, and hello,
Good,
good morning, Sharice.
Hey,
Um,
good
Mimi.
morning. What I'm trying to
yeah,
say is you may not be rich, right? But these men who sit up here and say they have to, the woman have to have their permission to speak. Or did you get your husband's permission to speak? Miss Mimi, did your husband allow you to come onto this panel?
yes,
It's
he
just
did. He gave me. Though I was gonna tell you, I just wanted to come up to say good morning. and I'll be listening because I was on Bomb's panel until like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm a little tired.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna listen for a little bit, but I wanted to come up to say good morning to you.
Good morning, my dear.
Yeah, that was
I
like the
was on
latest
her
I've been
panel
on Bomb's
too,
panel.
too.
Because I remember you were up there when I was there, and then
Yeah,
so
and
you
then
must
when
have
I,
came back after I left.
yeah, but I mean, this whole thing with this submissive thing, I'm telling y'all, last year when I hit the YouTube, me and my husband, one of the biggest arguments we've had in years. I was like, babe, am I submissive? He was like, what? He was like, what you did? I was like, no, I'm just asking, am I submissive wife? He was like, what you done did? And I was like, no, I'm asking you. He was like, what you talking about? Girl, we wound up getting into a whole argument. He was like, damn, am I submissive? What you want me to say? We went into it because we never heard this talking point in her life.
Right. Because real men don't have to ask for that. They know they're going to get it regardless because they're going to do what they're supposed to be doing.
Yep, I agree. I agree
Exactly.
with that.
If
I'll be
you're
in the chat
living your
listening.
normal, okay,
Okay.
but no, stay up here. You can stay up here and just go on mute.
No.
But I just want to say this here. If you are living a normal life, you don't even know some of these YouTube talking points because
Right.
I was so curious and I'm thinking like really like, oh, I must be submissive because I do most of the cooking, right? And I do most of the house stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's that doesn't mean that I'm just that submissive. That God damn it, I don't sit up here and have to say, "Can I, babe? Can I walk the dog at such and such time? Can, sir? Can I cook the meal with me?" You
For
know,
real.
it's bullshit. Can I get
Permission to speak,
online?
please? Permission to speak? Like,
Can I have permission
basically.
to speak? This is some BS, girl.
For real. They don't know. A lot of people haven't had a dad and a man treat their mom good and see like how a real relationship's supposed to work. So they just think anything. I mean, they think that they're the boss and you're the kid, pretty much. Submission is not like,
Yeah,
oh, you just submit to me. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you submit to each other. Like, he's going to submit to your wishes and you should submit to his wishes at times.
yes, and that's the thing. And it's cool when you can submit to each other. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool when, he can say, oh, they really done pissed me off, and and I can tell he in a bad mood and he complaining about his job, right? Then I'm like, oh, I'm like all on his team, like, you know what, baby, let me just do this here. And then I would actually in my mind, because I don't know if it's submission or what you want to call it. My mind is like, you know what? Let me go ahead and see if I could give him some hot oil body massage or something like that. Because you want him to feel better. And he does the same. Not he's not really a massage. I do great massages. Yeah. I went to school for it. But anyway, so he'll like if I'm really upset or worked up, like, okay, there was a dead bird on the car, right? And I was so frustrated. The bird must have fell out of a tree. And my son wound up throwing it away for me, but I was trying to do it myself for like 30 minutes, God, earlier. I
That's what I mean.
was trying to throw it away, girl, but I could not touch this bird off the corner. I was like, oh my God. So I'm out there like kind of hyperventilating shit.
I'm the
And
same
so
way. I don't like stuff like that.
my son pull up and he's just like, I was screaming because I couldn't believe he just like caveman the shit. He picked it. I was pissed. I was like, put gloves on, get it back. Like I was screaming, right?
And he just came and scooped
There
it
was
up.
a dustpan,
I
plastic,
mean,
because I didn't want any residue from the bird to touch anything.
Mhm.
that I would have to bring later back inside. And then here come my son pull up, and he just caveman, right? He just picks it up. And so I was mad with him, and I'm like making him scrub his hands, and he don't want to wash his hands as good as he should. He's like,
Right.
"Mom, you be tripping." But for me, what I'm trying to say is I don't have to call somebody to ask permission for every damn thing. Like I'm allowed to be my over paranoid ass. Like,
Right. But you notice how like a lot of them want a young girl? How they always talk about 25 is too old, and I think that's part of it. No, I know that's part of it. The reason why they want these younger girls. I'm not even gonna say women, these younger girls, because they think that they can manipulate and basically rule her and boss her around because she's young. There was a guy that I don't know if you Glenn. Do you remember Glendon Cameron?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember some of his talking points. He was an asshole. Shit.
he was yeah he was like a pedophile. He was saying he had came out and defended R. Kelly and was saying like he has a similar appetite and he likes young girls and stuff. He said he was sleeping with a 16-year-old. But anyway, he basically said that he likes to go after women who are not that close with their family. You know, like maybe they grew up with their grandparents or something, because he knows that when they're close to their family, it's problems. Like they have people looking over their shoulder, so you can't just get away with anything.
Yeah, I think that's the guy Tanya TKO did a whole expose
Hmm.
on.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
he
saw
was
that.
a sicko,
Sick.
and he was talking about some white woman and her daughters, and they were all having threesomes and foursomes. And then he went over and gave the daughter this best sex of her life.
Yes, I
Just
remember that.
girl, I could throw up. I mean, it was the weirdest shit.
And he was just so comfortable, no shame. I'm just, it really was sick as hell. And he wouldn't care. I don't think he would care if the daughter was underage. For one, that's weird enough. A mother and a daughter.
I don't think that story even ever happened. I think it
Hmm.
was something in his imagination, his
Like,
sick
or he saw it on like
pedophile
porn or
shit.
something.
Yeah, he wanted to happen, but he told it so explicit and so vividly that I could see it, and I know other men and women could see it.
Right.
And he was just an El Sicko. Shit, some sick.
Yeah.
He was a
It was
real
weird.
sicko.
Yeah, and
And
it's like,
Nana was gonna do that video, and Taz stopped her because he was like, "Nah, it's too much." He was like, "The way this dude talking," he was like, "I don't even want you to review it." And she was reviewing it, and she was like, "Nah, Taz, you're right."
hmm yeah, it
Yeah.
is too much. It really is. It really is. That shit was hard to watch. I actually reported that to the FBI because you can go on their website and
Oh, girl,
report
I
people.
reported that shit too. I did too. I thought I was by
Yes,
myself.
girl, hell no. I couldn't. That shit was terrible. Like, and
And
then it's like,
listen,
no.
I just want to say this here. Hold on, Cherie. Shout out to everybody who report this sick shit to the FBI. We all need to
Yes.
do it.
Mhm.
Seriously, listen, I will raise my hand and tell you guys, I've always been a tattletale. I swear, if I see some
That's
fuck
right.
shit, I'm telling.
That's right. We snitches over
I'm
here. I'm not.
telling.
Mhm. For real, like even that no snitch thing, that's just another form of black male worship, pretty much. Like you're wrong for no, I don't subscribe to that. I'm snitching too, but
If you don't
yeah,
like the fact that I will snitch on your ass, you need to unsubscribe now. Because if you tell me anything about a kid and you think I'm not supposed to snitch, you got the wrong place. You in the wrong place.
right. I'm sorry, like yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm gonna just tell anything, but like when people when people have family members that are drilled by other people, like shit like that, like people think they really aren't supposed to tell for stuff like that, like. I'm sorry. I'm telling. Especially if it's a family member.
Sharice, do we have anything else open? Cause it's like a big echo.
I'm outside. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I was like, I fix it. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, I can hear you, but Queen said that
I'm,
it's an echo when we both talk. Yeah, but
uh,
no, I'm just
so,
saying I will tell y'all I forever beg people, women, men, children, babies, infants, cats, dogs, rats, whatever you got. If you see some shit wrong, raise your hand and tell. And and I I I really believe that snitches get stitches and all that scary shit, man, tell. Because at the end of the day, when it's your loved one, you're gonna be hoping somebody tells for you. And my thing is, it should not be all this shame if you're going around telling. I tell. I'm gonna be
exactly.
honest. I'm gonna tell.
Yep.
So
It is a lot of shame.
I reported that damn man Cameron. I reported him. I done reported like 10 people already.
I reported that and Space Ghost Perp. Remember when he had
Oh
hit?
yeah. Say he wanted to
Mm-hmm.
rape Cynthia. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
reported his ass too. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
what?
recorded it and I reported it. You know what you need to do? Record it and report it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's crazy. Like, you know what pisses me off? How I feel like these niggas can say these things, make these videos, and their videos never get flagged. They never come down. They always are able to stay up. But if a black woman has a response, or even if she was to have make a similar video, her shit gets blocked, demonetized, reported. Like I don't get it. I don't understand how somebody like Glendon Cameron's video can even stay up on his page. Like it's like we just not important. Like to like out like we're
Listen, you got to remember that it wasn't until the 1970s that they even thought black women could be actually raped. It was crazy.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, is it an echo?
No.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I'm just saying like we're just really not protected. Anybody can pretty much say it and do anything to us, and it goes unchecked.
It goes unchecked because I was just saying, I think maybe 1965, 1970. It just was started that they actually took serious that black women could be actually raped. I
Mm,
think Taz did um a, a, a expose or documentary on a lady named Reese, a little girl, and she was raped, right? Reese,
mm,
and the governor of the state said black girls can't be raped.
mm.
And yes, that is what the law felt like. It was some white guys raped this little black girl on her way home. And the
Wow,
governor and these men got convicted, and the governor overturned everybody convicted, saying she couldn't have been raped. She wanted it.
wow. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm really not. It's so easy for us to be like victims out here because we're just out here by ourselves.
But
I
I
mean,
think it was
even
that movie, A Time to Kill. It was actually about something like that. I really believe it was about that story.
wow, that's crazy. I gotta look into that. That's something. But I'm not surprised. Even when like black women go to the hospital and stuff, they have a harder time because doctors think that black women can take more pain. than like the average person. So they'll not give them medicines, not treat them the way they're supposed to be treated because they think that we could take it.
Yeah, that's proven too. And a lot of the early gynecological procedures were done on women, black women,
Right.
without any
Like
type of anesthesia or anything because they
exactly.
felt like we didn't need it.
Right.
There's a house in New Orleans actually I visited maybe in the 90s. There was a white doctor and his wife. They performed all this shit. Y'all, it's the sickest shit. They even still have the tools that this man used.
Mm,
And it's all on display. But when I tell you, when you walk through the front gates of the yard before you even get to this house, I felt like all my ancestors were screaming at me. I'm not going to tell you, but I felt such a connection at that place before
mm,
ever walking into the doors. When I walked in, I didn't even get that sensation. But when I walked in, before I walked in those doors, when I left out, like on the porch, on the steps, on the grounds, even my husband was like, "Why you walk?" I walked through the foundation, through the yard, and everything, right? And
mm-hmm.
it wasn't where tourists normally would go. And I just was walking around, and my husband was wondering, and I felt like people was really talking to me, like I
Mm-hmm.
felt such a connection to that place. And I will tell y'all, some places where horrific shit has happened, our ancestors love us so much and they feel so good knowing you don't have to go through the shit they went through.
Right.
I always say that to people, like, respect the people who came before you because they
Right.
are so rejoicing that you no longer have to deal with the shit they went through. And this is not for you to live in the past, but this is for you to acknowledge them. Don't be ashamed of them. That is the biggest thing with people who want to hide from slavery or rapes or abuse. Stop it. Because your people who went through that, they want to feel like you acknowledge them. But
Right.
they also are so proud that you don't have to be them. So I don't know, man. This shit
That's
be
why people
getting.
should stop saying like that we're slaves because we're not. Like our
We're
ancestors are
not.
slaves.
We're
Right.
not slaves, and we don't have to be them. And we
Mm-hmm.
had people who went through that, and so we don't have to be them. So stop
Right.
carrying burdens that's just not yours. It's not what
Right.
it's not yours.
Right.
To me, it's almost a disrespect if I
It
pretend like
is
I'm in slavery.
for
But
real.
this
It
is
really
this
is.
this comes back to this Mr. shit. Women, we have rights. We have legal rights. But for you to want to forego those rights that your ancestors fought for, to be a man's slave, it's fucking crazy. Listen, in history, and I love W.E.D. Du Bois, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Booker T. Washington. But when those schools first opened, they even was denying black women to go to them. They only wanted black men. And I'm gonna tell you how horrific it was. They allowed several white women to attend those schools before a black woman ever was allowed.
Of course.
And
That's what
that shit
that pisses
sickens
me
my
off when they
stomach.
try to make it
No,
seem like
no,
we.
let me say, eventually they did allow black women in, but they allowed the white women in before they allowed black women. In
Of
all of
course.
these schools, Tuskegee Institute, all of these. My thing is, black women really need to just know who they are, accept the past, and move forward.
Right.
You really have a lot of treasonous men in our history. So
And
sitting
in
up
our
here put
present.
Yeah, and putting all your damn hopes on a damn man to save you. My dad used to tell me this, and I thank God I have a good husband. I'm not trying to knock him at all. But my dad
Mhm.
used to tell me,
He
and he used to
what?
tell my dad used to tell me and my brothers, I want you guys to get the best education so you can provide a good life for yourself. And I tell that to all young ladies and all young men. Get the best education so you can provide the best life for yourself. And
Right.
real men teach that to their sons and their daughters. This new shit that I'm hearing on YouTube is crazy.
Well, a lot of them don't have their dads, so
But
they
if
don't
you
have
don't
realize the
have your
same shit.
dad, I'm telling you what my dad told me and told
Mhm.
my brothers and sisters. Get the best education, the best life so you can have for yourself and your children. And that's just how it go. Men who raise their kids don't want their kids, their daughters or their sons, to be nothing. They want to see them successful. This
Right.
new shit where it's saying a woman education ain't shit, that's lies. That's cap, man.
That's jealousy.
That is cap. That is all lies.
They're jealous because they're not doing it. That's really what it is.
All it
And
is
they try to
they're
make it seem
jealous.
like we have more opportunities than them, but no, we're more oppressed than them, and we
We're
still
more
get up.
oppressed, but we take advantage of more shit than they will.
Exactly. They can do literally anything we can do and more because they're men. They think we have it easy, but we're not just black. We're black women, so we're double oppressed. Like white women are oppressed because they're women. We're black, so it's a double. And I don't know. I just I don't know. They don't want it, and they're jealous, and we are not in the same position that they are. Because I don't know how you could tell a woman who went to school for 8 years that her education ain't shit, and it don't mean nothing. Like I can't hear you.
No, I'm sorry. I think you're absolutely right. Queen Cascade says they forgot black women contribute contributions to society. Remember, some of the first computers were modeled of black women's brains.
Hmm.
And it's just like that movie. You're absolutely right, Queen. The movie for the NASA women. Remember?
Oh yeah, yep. For colored girls, I think. No, was that it?
No, it wasn't for color girls. It
I
was
know what movie that you talking about though. The when they were in NASA. I forgot what that shit was called. But
I
yeah, we
can't
have.
think of that movie, but it was a movie with black women. But let me just be honest, black women and black men. And this is where I be feeling awkward about that gender war shit because it's really not my reality. In my reality, I've always been surrounded by men who supported me, right? But
Mhm.
on YouTube, I feel like a lot of men and women didn't know their daddies, didn't know their family, right?
Mhm.
The problem is the men who didn't know theirs, their daddies or have, positive men, they seem to only want to blame the people who stuck around. And the women are almost ignored. So if your daddy left you and you had sisters, he left all of y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up here
Well,
warring,
they think it's their
huh?
mom's fault for picking that man. That's what they think.
Yeah, but that's some sick shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then they don't even accommodate the fact that they had sisters.
they
You
don't.
get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
But
They only
that's what I'm saying, because these women grow up in the same environment that these men grow up in. That's what like they not telling you. Like they always want to make it seem like, oh well, I came from a single mom and this and that. So does the same black woman, so does your sister. Like we go to the same schools, we grow up in the same houses. So they really don't have no excuse. And we're like a complete opposite of them. Like literally, like
and here's the thing. I will say this here, raising a lot of boys to me.
mhm.
And I'm not
So,
gonna
okay.
say all boys are the same. I don't know. But for my situation, when you raise boys at about 12, honey, those boys are taller than you. They realize they're stronger than you. It is different raising a boy than a girl after the age 11 or 12. Once those hormones kick in, honey, you could try to be the best mom you want to be.
Right.
Honey, those boys are stronger and taller than you, and they kind of sense it. It's like a pheromone in the air,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
My son tells this joke, and he says, I was 17 and my mom was spanking me. This was the first time I spanked him. He was 17. This is my oldest son. He was really a very well behaved young man. So I never physically had to for that one. Each child is different, right? If I tell you about each one, is each one got different experiences. But he tells this joke, and this joke really pisses me off, right? Because he was like, I hit my hand on his butt, on his bottom, right? But I remember it different. I remember him crying, me hitting him, right? And I remember him hugging me, right? But in his version, when he tells the story, that he teared up because he knew he disappointed me, right? This is his version. And then I do remember we laughed because um, maybe a few months later he was like he didn't feel what I was doing to him, but he was so emotional, I guess, because I was so disappointed. That's what made him cry. And then I actually wound up crying with him, right? Because I've never been a physical disciplinarian to him, right? But I remember it different, girl. I tore that butt up, you know. But now that I think about it, you hitting a grown man on their butt with your hand slapping.
Right.
But
For real.
girl, look, I don't even remember what happened that made me feel like I needed to do that. But it must have was something big because
Mhm.
he was one of those kids. He was just really responsible. He was a very responsible young man. And so for me to feel like at 17 he get his first real whooping, he
That's
must have
funny.
did something. He did something. I can't recall what it was, but
Mhm.
I'm telling you, each one of my kids have a story that they like to joke and tell people that's embarrassing to me. But he'll tell you whatever it was, but I never was and I always feel like if you hit kids a lot, it really just teaches them violence or teaches them to be somebody else's punching bag. So I've never been a proponent of really whipping kids like that. Because I feel like I never wanted my kids to think that somebody should hit them or violate them. And
Right.
so I kind of always felt like if I did it, it would make them feel like it was okay for somebody else to violate them.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And I also never wanted them to violate other people.
Right.
So I'm not saying I'm against it. Don't get me wrong. If it's it
It's on the
as
same
a
way.
last result, yeah. If as a last result, talking and fussing and punishing and taking things away, if none of that is going on, then okay, yes. But
Mhm.
just to be the first thing, unless it's dangerous.
Right.
And you know what? I remember now what I would have, what I spanked myself at 17. I know what it was. He did something very dangerous with his friends.
Mhm.
Oh my God. And I was so scared for his life. That's what made me actually pop his butt. That's what it was.
Mhm.
I remember. But I'm big on if it's something dangerous, things, certain things, when they little kids putting a fork or a knife or anything into, you know how you put the little plastic things to cover the sockets for kids so
Mhm.
that they won't hurt themselves.
Yes.
I remember my one of my sons actually took that thing out and was trying to stick something into it. And I think he was
Mm-mm.
like 5. Yeah, I remember popping him.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely get pop for that.
Yeah. So for me, anytime I ever like spanked my kids, it was a big thing because it didn't happen a lot. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So
Yep.
when you don't do it a lot, it's really memorable to the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Exactly. So I'm the same way. I do believe like you should be able to discipline your kids other ways, but I do understand like sometimes it could be necessary.
yeah, I'm not really big on it, but I don't go against people who be like, "Oh, you know, I did this," or
Right.
and also because I was very scared of my dad and this, that, and the other. And my dad didn't ever use a belt on us. You know what I'm saying? He had these huge hands. You would just be terrified from a slap from this man. So I think because if you don't grow up getting whippings a lot and stuff, then you're not gonna really. Yeah, and listen. I have friends. My kid, the way my kids will talk and voice their opinions, they'll be like, they used to be like, you let your kids just say whatever they want. I'm like, they're humans. Shit, they have their own mind. They don't like as long as they're respectful. My kids always can say what the hell they want.
Right.
I don't do that. The way my sons and daughters talk to me, some people think is not appropriate. But for me, I've never governed the way they feel or think. Now they're not gonna sit up here like I'm in their friend and curse. So
Yeah,
that's
I was
one
gonna ask
thing.
you that. Do they care?
But they can say anything they want to say.
Right.
Anything. Even
Mhm.
if they think I'm wrong, they'll be like, Mom, you wrong, or Mom, you tripping, or Dad, you wrong, or Dad, you tripping. We be like, what and we have a whole argument or whatever, but it still
Mhm.
stays respectful.
See,
You
that's
get
how
what
I
I'm
am with my
saying?
mom. I still got curse in front of my mom, but I could say anything pretty much.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I think that really is a beauty of a family and a relationship. Because you should be able to say what you want to say to your mom or your dad, as long as you're kind of respectful with it. My kids say
Exactly.
all kind of stuff they don't like, you know, but it's respectful.
Right.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Quinn. Walk one, sis.
One.
I love
Is
that
this
accent.
Oh my God,
SC
it sounds
Hostel?
robotic.
Wait, who is that?
So
Wait, what's my
uh,
queen?
What? Hi.
That was somebody playing.
What's your name?
E or Esa.
What the hell?
Mm,
I thought you said, hey, Queen. I thought it was Queen Cascade.
I did too, girl. But he dropped off. I don't
Mhm.
know. That was weird.
I
Wow,
heard, what's funny? I had heard it like a couple of minutes ago, but I didn't say nothing. I just thought, I don't know what the hell I thought that was.
girl. Cause I just be clicking people on and don't have my damn reading glasses. Y'all know I'm old.
I was gonna say, my phone, the brightness was all the way down, so I couldn't tell.
Oh my God, he had the Queen Cascade symbol, so I just clicked his ass on.
I think it was different.
Oh my
I
God, he
don't
done
think
took
that
a
was real
picture
cake.
of Queen.
No. It did
Oh,
look like
okay.
it though. It did. Cause
Oh,
I didn't see it until I turned my thing.
oh, I don't know, but anyway, Queen. I thought it was you, girl, but I thought you might have been asleep by now.
Well,
You know, just
it's
because you on
daytime.
the
It's
other,
daytime over there. So you
yeah, she on the other half of the world. I'm like, okay,
can.
but oh no, I think the guy was Esau.
Yeah, I did hear him say that right before he hung up.
Yeah, he did say Esau. I done saw him somewhere else before, but
Why did it sound so robotic though?
I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. I didn't kick him off. He actually left.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he left on his own.
Mhm.
But what were we talking about?
That threw me off. What were we talking about? I think we were talking about your kids and them saying whatever they feel.
Yeah, but even okay, let's go back to the original topic. But
Mhm.
okay, so basically, how I feel about child discipline, I believe in taking things away, talking to kids, asking them questions. Um, if you're actually there for them, you can talk to them, ask them why they did certain things. If they cannot answer those questions, and you know the type of kids you have that are really smart, then just take shit away from them. And usually that works, because they want their stuff back. But I mean, so far as actually physically having I'm the type of person. I'm that parent that take everything. I promise you. No games, no TV, no phones, no nothing. Right? And kids today with no phones, no games, can't go outside and play. That is like serious hell punishment. And so what I would say is, I'm not saying don't physically discipline. I'm just saying I didn't have to do it.
Right.
But I have friends who do hit their kids more than me, and I always try not to judge because I don't know. I'm not in their household, so that's my whole situation on it. But back to my original point of this man is fish talking point about, like, you need your husband's permission to speak. Does your husband know that you're up here talking to men? Does your husband know that you're having this view? This is some weird shit.
Right. Yeah, because even they come on Nyla's page and be like, "Oh, you don't respect men, blah blah blah." But she has a whole husband. She don't gotta respect you. You're a random nigga and you're disrespectful. Like what the hell?
Another sick thing they say is you need to respect all men
Right.
like you respect your husband. And I be
Uh,
like, bitch, are you crazy? Like,
Crazy as
motherfucker, I
hell.
don't respect all men like you my husband or my daddy.
For
You
one,
ain't
these
even.
niggas are disrespectful as hell, so they don't even deserve the basic respect half the time.
And let me tell you something. Being from New Orleans, we would raise to give everybody, children, adults, everybody respect. You get your respect off top with me. But
Period.
now, however, you can lose that respect from me. And once you lost it, it might be hell for you to try to gain it back.
Mm-hmm.
Because because I'm gonna give you the utmost respect off top. And if you ever watch the way I move, when I talk to anybody, Sharice, like you, I have the highest respect for you, right? I don't sit up here and act like you gotta earn my respect or you gotta earn this. No, I'm giving that to you.
Right.
But it's on you to lose it, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
on me to lose it. It's
Exactly.
on me
I'm
to
the
be
same
a
way.
jerk to Sharice today and be like, nah, you MF and da 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 da, and I go off on you for no reason. Are you
Right.
supposed to still respect me? Hell no.
Mm-hmm. See,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
my whole thing. Like I respect you. I'm gonna always respect people at first, but when you start to disrespect me out of the blue for no reason, that really pisses me off, and I really have a problem with that. Like, it's no telling. Like, you might really get cussed out. Like,
Hell yeah, and that's the thing. Me and Mr. Care 504 was talking about. From New Orleans, we raised to give respect automatically. When we
right.
meet you, how you doing? Yes, ma'am. No, no, sir. We do that, especially to people, right? But
Hmm.
we're just showing you, not that we're scared of you. We're showing you just our
We have
respect.
respect. Hmm.
But then when you lose it, it is on you to, you got to come across how we say in New Orleans, hell and high waters to get it back, because we
Right.
already gave it to you and you chose to abuse it. So now you
Hmm.
done lost it. Now it take a lot to get it back. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying? So
Yep.
the thing is, with a lot of older people in New Orleans, they will help the young, they will help the youth, and keep doing like good things toward us, because they know they don't want to go too far and isolate they loved ones. I notice this about people from other parts of the country I've lived in. Even with parents, I would feel like sometimes parents will isolate their sons and daughters and feel like they're the most important person. I don't
Hmm.
come from that people like that. I don't come like I come from like a people where they will do a little thing and it might be a little infraction where you be like, damn, that's messed up. But then they hurry up
Hmm.
and try to self correct and do something good for you. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
they're gonna try to see, oh, you ain't like that. Oh, let me, especially once you're an adult, right? Because
Hmm.
sometimes it's hard for parents, honestly, to see their kids not as kids. Sometimes their parents still would treat their children as children and not as an adult, right?
Hmm. Yep.
So I went through that in my younger years. I will say that with
Hmm.
my parents and my in-laws, where they
Hmm.
would come and try to rule over me. But when you voice your opinion just a little, they would self-correct a little. They'll be like, "Oh, she don't like that. Oh, let's do this. Oh, he don't like that.
Right.
Oh, my bad. Let me do this." So
Hmm.
I want to say this as a parent, you will do that with your own kids unintentional. You know what I'm saying? You have a 25, 27, 28-year-old kids, right? You
Hmm.
sit up here and go, um, you make a mistake, right? Or you say something, overstep your boundaries, but you see how they respond, right? And even though they're not going to respond so disrespectful to you, you see it's not really accepted. And you know what you do? You shut up and you self correct. Okay,
Right.
you know what? Well, you don't have to feel like that way. Let's go this way. Okay, I'm gonna go the way you wanna go.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, it's just a part of human nature. But when I do want to tell people, especially people across the country, your kids, once they're grown, honey. You cannot live their life. And even if you see them going for a mistake or about to make a huge mistake, I say tell it. But
Right.
once you tell them that mistake that they're about to make, also show grace and love and you know eject become smaller and say, oh, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, say what you see, but then also compliment it by, but if that's what you want to do, I don't think you should
Right.
do that because of X, Y, and Z,
Hmm.
right?
But
but
hmm.
but if that's what you want to do, cool. And if
Right.
it even if it goes, don't be like, I told you so. Be like, okay, well, what you want to do now? You know what I'm saying? Move on from that shit.
Hmm. Right. I can't lie. I'm a I told you so kind of person. I fucking told you. Why you ain't just listen?
You know what?
But
I am that way except for with my kids. And I
yeah.
learned that from my dad because I made a lot of mistakes my dad said I was gonna make.
Hmm.
And he saw that shit in visions and I ignored his ass. But he didn't hold it over my head. And so I
Hmm.
learned to have a really good relationship with people. Don't be a I told you so. Now I would do it with friends or my sisters and brothers. I do it, but with my kids because I want them to always feel comfortable with me. I,
I can't hear you,
I don't
sis.
do it. Yeah, I don't do it. But even with my dad, I'm
Wisdom
gonna tell
said,
you,
my
as
father was
many
very
times we
domineering,
made
so I know
mistakes.
what submission is and never want to do that again. Oh,
Huh? What?
right. I feel you though.
Wait, say that again.
Oh no, I couldn't hear you, so I was just reading that comment on the screen.
Wait, read it.
It says, wisdom said, wisdom over feeling said, my father was very domineering, so I know what submission is and never want to do that again.
Oh, okay, wisdom. Oh, girl, I was
I kind of want to
confused
hear,
because
like, I know, I wish you would come up because I want to kind of like hear about that.
I know, and I love her voice too. I really do.
It's cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, she does have a beautiful voice. I don't really like my voice, y'all. I don't. And I hear people like joke about my voice and I'm always like
You have
I
a
hate
nice
my
voice.
voice.
I hate my
But
voice too, though, especially on recording. Sometimes I won't even like watch these videos back that I'm on because I don't want to hear my voice. Because I'm like, ugh, all these people heard that.
yes, that's me. I'm like, like when I go wow, I'm like, why do I do that? That is so ghetto, but it's so natural for me, right?
hmm
It's like that's how we greet our cousins and stuff. Like we
Did
greet
you?
our family members like that. It's like
Uh,
ghetto, and I think I started doing that with when I got comfortable over at Suave at the argument league, and then now it's like I kind of got comfortable with some people, right? But that's not something I really want to do. But I'm just so comfortable saying it, and then after I do it, I go, "Oh my God, that's ghetto."
Wisdom says she hates her voice. No, you have a cute voice. It's good for radio. Esau, I don't know what Esau was talking about. He's in the back. Well, he was in the back and said children nowadays have Google. But Esau's voice sounded like a robot. So I don't know what was that.
I don't even think he human. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. But no, I like Wisdom Voice, and I just subscribed. I didn't know you had two channels, so I subscribed to your other channel. I think yesterday I saw that you were live. You were
Oh
on a
yeah,
different
I don't
channel.
have the other channel.
Yeah, she
Wait,
have another channel. I think a
she
lot
be
of people are
having
doing backup channels. I might need to do that, but shit, I barely got subscribers on this one.
these songs play, and I be wondering if it's her rapping on them.
I don't know, but you ever listen to Nikwa B?
What's her name?
Nikwa B. She is like a really beautiful she does a lot of poetry.
Mm-mm. It sounds.
She
Oh, is
she
she
got
like
a
kind of brown skin? She has big eyes.
no, I think she's kind of light
Yes, I
skinned.
know who
She
that is. I do know who that is.
Nikwa B. Oh my gosh, she
Mm.
be having like spoken word moments. And I used to really catch her early in the morning, but since school been out, I
Mhm.
haven't been catching her. But I caught her yesterday, one of her lives. But yeah, I really enjoy her. I really enjoy her because she's always on that positive tip. You know what I'm saying? Some people just be with the top positive.
Right.
Why? Let me. I just said that was ghetto.
Good
Hello,
morning,
how are
lady.
good morning. How are you doing? I don't want to be why.
Who is
I
that?
said
No, I love it. Like that's the start of my day, honey. Well, I
that's
can't even do it. Let me not
wisdom.
stop. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Mule. Hey, everybody.
Who
Hey, I love it. I mean,
who
I
is
love your
that?
voice. Wisdom. That's wisdom over feelings.
Oh, hey, Wisdom. I didn't know because your page, I mean, your picture.
You know
Oh,
what,
shit.
wisdom?
Oh,
I
yeah,
need
that's
to
the new one I
connect with you
did.
because wisdom, you do so much backgrounds and editing. And I was
Hmm.
like, I need to pay Wisdom to do some backgrounds and editing for me.
Wait, Wisdom, are those
Honey,
songs on your
listen, you
page?
don't
Is
have
that
to pay
you?
me a dime.
I'm gonna put.
Huh?
I was asking Wisdom, is that those songs that you be having on your page with the raps? Are they you?
The rap,
Mm,
no, what rap? Girl, I
I don't
wish I
know.
could rap.
It was like some kind of rap on there. It was like a little freestyle, but I thought it was you. It was like a cute little rap.
I don't know. I'm out to hear, no telling. I might be doing stuff just off the top of my head, but I doubt it. I really doubt
Hmm.
it. Because I can't even stand the sound of my own voice, let alone rapping. But yeah. But no,
Girl,
Mila,
you
I
better
wouldn't charge
stop.
you a
Your
dime
voice
because
is
I
so
enjoy
cute.
doing it.
Really, your voice is
Mm-mm,
so
mm-mm.
beautiful to me.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
I
had
wanna.
I was on break and I had a white man come up to me and just say, I'm sorry to say, but you're just so adorable. And I'm just hitting my vape like, okay, thank you. And I went back inside because I was at work. But I don't know. I can't, I never did. I feel like I sound like a whole grown ass kid and it's annoying.
I think everybody hates their voice.
Yeah, when I listen
Yeah.
back to
I
my
think
recordings,
so.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, everybody sounds so good except for me. Like,
See, no, that's how I
Right. That's how
feel.
I be feeling.
like, do I talk like
Mm-mm.
that? I don't sound like that. I really don't
That's what
sound
I said.
like that.
I'm not sound like that in real life. Like, and it don't sound like me. Like,
Right. Right. Like what I sound like in my head or how I sound
right.
now is not what I hear on the recording. I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah. But how you ladies doing tonight? I literally fell asleep when I woke up 3 o'clock and Mew was live. I said, okay, let me open one eye.
Yes, I
I
just
still
woke up
haven't
not
put
that
my
long ago.
contacts in.
I just made some
No, girl,
tacos.
I'm just really talking about tonight. Like, honestly, I want to do a show. I really have been thinking, I've been writing down all kind of talking points about a series I want to do. And I'm kind of brainstorming it. But the new Mister, and this is
Oh,
serious.
Mm.
And I want to kind of highlight some of these men on YouTube who have
well, I
wives.
think your first thing could be about how when Kevin Samuels was talking about the color purpling of I don't know the color purpling of the black community or something, and he was
Yeah,
saying black women don't get abused. He doesn't see black
yeah,
women being abused. That was like
yeah.
some bullshit right there,
He a
and
whole
that's what
lie
And
really
because
they
pissed
he the
me
one
off.
talking about
they really
domestic discipline
hate
though.
Oprah because she
Right.
did Brewster's Place and she did the Color Purple. But I mean, they keep saying this was all fictional, but these people are living up to this BS because
Mhm.
a lot of these men keep acting like I'm telling you, I be on different panels and they'll come up and just randomly, is your husband allowing you to be up here? I'm like, what the fuck?
Allow.
They're Negroes and
Allowing
they don't
me?
know.
As if I'm 10 years old? Like, what you mean
Mhm.
allowing? That sounds like you
Negroes don't
asking me if
know. They
my
never been in
daddy,
a
do my
relationship.
daddy allow me to do something? You know?
Right. Yeah, they don't
But
know.
I'm telling y'all, the other night I was on the Fight Club, and the lady, the Lockhart perspective, I was talking about, and I have a lot of respect for that lady. I'm not trying to drag her, but she just kept saying, "My husband gave me permission to be up here with you guys, and my husband gave me permission." And I'm saying to myself, "Bitch, all as you getting permission? Like,
Right.
for real, you older than me and you getting permission to be on a damn live stream?
Right.
Hey, Trinity, I
Hey,
just can't get that."
shh, keep your voice down. All right? You know what I'm saying? My husband did not give me permission to be up in this motherfucker. I made that extraordinary. My whole not losing
He
my
didn't
mind
give
out
you
here. Okay?
permission.
No, no, he didn't give me permission.
He
No,
didn't
bitch,
give
bitch,
me.
God
She in
damn.
the closet.
I'm in the
Trinity,
bathroom.
Trinity.
Damn.
You one of them slave bitches. Blink once if you need help. Blink 2 times.
No. Fuck that. Don't blink nothing. Don't talk, bitch. I'm in the bathroom because I'm talking to you bitches. I didn't get permission. Okay? I'm in the bathroom talking to you bitches. It's like it's something that I need to be doing. But you don't need to be doing this. But how you bitches doing today?
I don't know what
Fine.
you're talking about, but okay.
Man, they say, man, don't you listen to these crazy ass bum ass bitches, man. These old pick me ass bitches out here like,
You just talking
crying.
off the line. Like, what are you talking about? You come up here talking some random shit.
Yeah, man. Stupid ass bitch talking about, man, these
Nah,
bitches
man. Cause see,
now
What are you talking about?
my husband gave me permission to speak like I'm a dog.
yeah, right,
Speak,
exactly.
puppy.
Yeah, like
You
you a
know you
poodle
gotta
or
be
something.
obedient, honey.
Yeah.
I'm submissive. You heard me? I'm
You must
submissive.
obey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obey.
They think that shit's gonna get them a man, I think.
No, they be acting like, you know what I'm saying, like a nigga about to walk in the room, like nigga, you on the phone? Oh hell no! I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Hey, they might.
Listen, they
Well,
might,
they
but
might.
that's some really abusive. Seriously, okay, no, all
Mm-hmm.
jokes aside,
Yeah, fuck
if you're
about
in those type of
it.
relationships and a guy displays that shit off top, like when y'all first get together, that means you're in for a hell ride. This Negro is gonna be very abusive to you. This is not a good man.
Mm.
I don't care what you try to say to me about money. Fuck all of that. If you want to get your ass whooped for a few dollars, go for it.
Man, but that's how you
Without
know, man, but that's how you know these bitches ain't real like they used to be, man. Come on, man. Listen, I know every bitch in here that's worth their motherfucking salt and gold heard of they auntie killing a nigga for some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that nigga fell out the window. Oh, that nigga
let,
died mysteriously. Like, you know what I'm saying?
let
Get
me
the
tell
fuck up
y'all.
out of here.
That fell
Ain't
out
no
the
Let me
bitch
tell y'all.
window.
because you know, bitches back in the day had creative methods of getting rid of a nigga. Come on now, stop it.
Let me tell
I'm
Poison.
you.
not the only. I know I'm
Right.
not the only one. Come
Mm-hmm.
on.
My
Yeah,
daddy raised his daughters and told
yeah.
us all, if a man ever put his hands on you,
You
he
know what
got
I'm
to
saying?
go to sleep. He should
I
never be
mean,
comfortable ever
at some
going to
point, the nigga
sleep
got to
around
go to
you.
sleep.
If you that weak of a bitch that a nigga beat your ass and he feel comfortable falling asleep around you,
Mm.
you deserve that
Exactly.
ass.
That nigga
Shoot,
deserved to die on some real shit.
you
How you gonna whoop a bitch ass and then feel comfortable going to sleep next to that same bitch? The fuck up. Now
you go
come
to
on.
sleep
Come
and
on
that
now.
nigga tell you get you a iron baseball bat and you try to bust that Negro kneecaps.
Yeah.
You hit him all in the knees and the shins so he can't never walk again. That man would
Listen,
know not to
let me
ever
tell
do
you
that
They
something.
shit.
Let
hit
me
him
tell
in the
you
balls
something.
so he can have no
This
kids.
how listen. This is how you know a bitch dumb because at the end, it's the law that if you being abused by a nigga and you murk that nigga in your sleep, you gonna get away with that shit. All you got to do is report that nigga. All you got to do is
Well, you have
report
to
that
report
nigga over time. Over
it.
time,
Yeah,
it's like
you gotta report it beforehand.
1 year of abuse, and I can't handle the shit. And they keep whooping my ass when I'm awake, and so I murked that nigga when he was asleep. You get away. It's sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't
they
know about
know
that one.
it is what it is. That's
I don't even think it take
why
to
do you
be
hold
murked.
on? Why do you
The
think
very
safe
first time
haven?
he try to bat you in your mouth, you let him go to sleep. You get that
Mhm.
baseball bat and you
No,
wail
no, no,
on
no,
that
no, not
Negro
the first.
ass.
No, not the
Guess
first
what?
time.
He's gonna
No,
realize,
you have to report it. You
no,
have to report it
no,
on the
fuck that.
undercover.
On
You
the
got to
first
report it.
time, you
No,
don't let
not the
nobody get
first
away
time.
with nothing.
No,
She's trying to set up her alibi for her murder, for her
no,
drilling.
not the first
Not
time. Not the
murder.
first time.
Trying to get
What you do it. No, don't do that. You don't murk a nigga the first time. The first nigga put his hands on you, say don't do that. Nigga want to put his hands on you the second time. Okay, you don't say nothing. You go
You
to
go to the
safe
cop.
haven and you report that shit. And every time after that, you report that shit until you ready to get back on that nigga because the law will protect you. Okay, but the law
Well, do
won't
you know
protect
in
you the
some
first time the
states
nigga hurt
that
you.
it is legal for a man to beat his wife once a month? I'm sorry to cut you off.
And you need to get the fuck up off that goddamn state. The
Yeah.
fuck?
Wait a
For
minute, girl.
real.
In what state that is?
Yeah, what state
Oh,
is that?
If I'm not
yeah.
mistaken, let me look that up because I remember reading,
Look
but
it
I
up.
think it's
Man,
over
get the
there
fuck up
towards the
out of
west.
there.
But let me look it up right quick.
The fuck?
Yeah, that
Nah.
sounds like some Midwestern shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
please let me
nah.
don't live in that
Ain't
state.
no
Lord
person need to be
Jesus.
out here saying no goddamn state where they promoting their abuse. Nah, fuck that. You know, and I'm not saying, just I'm not promoting beating nobody, but somebody whooping your ass, nah, fuck that. You better make a plan. You better
Yeah.
make a plan. And I'm not saying as soon as somebody hits you, you make a plan to murder them. No. But if somebody whooping your ass and you ain't got no other way out, you better make a plan to get up out that motherfucker.
Mhm.
Mm. And if you gotta murk them in their sleep, and it is what the fuck it is. Okay?
Okay, so Trinity, let me ask you this question. I've been talking about this all night.
Yeah.
This was the topic. Do you feel like, okay, I feel like these men want to be the modern day Mister from The Color Purple. And I'm gonna give you an example.
New
Hold on,
man,
let me.
bitch, new man. What you talking about? Nigga, that's not the new man. These
Yeah,
niggas
doing
been
this.
nigga. Hell nah. Listen,
With this here,
you
I gotta
listen. You better
you gotta
whoop
have
sister
your
ass
wait, hold
now and
on.
ask
You
God
mean the
Hold
young
for
on.
men? Are you
Did your
talking about like
husband
the
give
young
you
men?
did your
later.
husband give you permission to talk on this panel?
Let me tell you
Did you?
something.
This
Let
is
me tell
some
you something.
bullshit.
Okay. A lot of people don't think that I'm married. Me and my first husband, because when I say I'm married, they say, "Oh, you married?" They already surprised. Number one, but when they realize that I'm married, because my husband pays all of my motherfucking bills, even though I'm not with him 24 hours a day, they say, "Oh, that nigga's a simp." I say, "And."
That's stupid.
I
He's
mean,
not a
and
jerk to take care of his wife.
you
That's
you you
dumb.
you calling my husband a simp means what, nigga?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It means nothing to me. Okay,
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, I don't live a life of oppression.
They're
Okay,
simp. I mean, he's a simp, but they're nixos and they're jealous because they don't get no women. That's
I
what he
mean, these
is.
niggas are bums. These niggas are bums. You know what they thrive off of? These niggas thrive off the fact of them thinking that you want them. Them thinking that you want their oppression. That's why they, if you got a good man, a man that pay your bills, a man that listens to you or even consider your feelings, oh, that's because your husband is simp. Oh, that's because he ain't got no authority. Bitch, and what the fuck, like, at the end of the day, what worth is that bringing? Nigga, they ain't bringing a worth into my life. Following a nigga program, show me the motherfucking benefits that's bringing into my life today. Ah, nigga, oh, bitch, you need some motherfucking structure. Who said who, nigga? I know. Cause I'm protecting and providing, nigga. I pay my taxes to call the police to come kill you, stupid ass niggas, if you want to get on the line. Oh, well, you gonna call the black? You gonna call the white man? Hell yeah, nigga. If you ain't a motherfucker, that's why I pay my taxes for, you dumbass nigga. Okay, and that's
Exactly. Hello.
I know the fuck is wrong with you. See, yeah, unruly. See, this is why we can't survive. This is why we can't face the white man. No, nigga, you been not facing the white man for 2,000
Never.
years, bitch ass nigga. Don't play games
Exactly.
with me. Don't you ever in your life play games with me. And don't be mad because I married a snip, nigga. I'm doing what's best for me, nigga. I'm gonna marry the best man that's gonna do what I want him to do and do what I tell him to do. And that's it, bitch ass nigga. You got a problem with that? You mad because I'm not submitting to your raggedy ass abuse? Oh, you got a bitch like me fucked up. As a matter of fact, I'm a motherfucking marry about 2 or 3 simps before I marry your bitch ass. Let's keep it real. And as a matter of fact, that's why I named my first husband, because I am gonna marry a second one, and I am gonna marry a third one. You niggas wanna be running around here with 2 and 3 sister wives, nigga. I'm about to be running around here in this bitch with 2 and 3 brother husbands, nigga. How the fuck you feel about that? And guess what? If you want to act a motherfucking fool on me, then I'm going to get my simp ass husbands to gang jump you, nigga, because we a gang around this bitch. Now, what you want to do? That's how I'm giving it up. That's how I'm giving it up, niggas.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad.
I'm sick of these stupid ass quote unquote wannabe alpha ass males acting a motherfucking fool, thinking that we supposed to be out here, being subjugated and fucked off just because they got some dick. First of all, don't nobody want all that dick. Your dick is too big.
To be
I don't
subjugated
want
by the
you
men
beating
that
up. I don't want you beating
subjugated
up
men.
my womb with your dick anyway. So just because you got a big ass dick don't mean that I'm supposed to be fucked off in the game, nigga. Nah, I'm
Big
not
dick
fucked
means
off.
nothing if you can't do nothing with
That's
it
a
and
good
you ain't got no
question. Why do
money.
they like beating it up? I don't
Yeah,
like that.
because
Mm-mm.
it's weird. It's weird as fuck.
Because they're
It's
aggressive and
weird.
violent. They have fucking
Weirdo
problems.
shit.
They can't dominate nothing else but some
Okay?
vagina. So that's it.
Weirdo shit. Stop trying to beat my walls up, nigga. Trying to destroy me for everybody else. No, fuck that, nigga. Take your time. Nigga, nah.
No, I'm not. I
You know,
don't like that. I don't need no huge dick. I'm not dealing with that. You ain't fucking my shit up.
that's what
Medium
they
is
want to
good.
do. They want to get up in your walls and I'ma destroy this pussy. Why, nigga?
For real. Like, nigga,
Why?
not nigga. Ain't nobody about to destroy nothing.
Mm-mm. I'm not about to do that. Yeah, I
Uh-uh.
want to preserve this pussy. I want my shit right and in motherfucking tax, nigga. So what?
Exactly.
I mean, that's just
You know,
me. Now I know
is
that
that what they call love bombing?
I don't know what they
No.
do, but there's a
Love
lot of
bombing is when
niggas.
you like give a lot of like when you're
No,
showering
I
somebody with
think
compliments and gifts and stuff
no.
like that.
Love bombing is when they first meet you and they do everything that you like.
Yeah.
They're very sensitive. They're very they adorn you. You know the shit. But then as soon as
Once they get
they
you
get
locked in.
as soon as they get you locked in, or as soon as they get what they want, they switch to a goddamn demon, not a demon. Okay,
Well, the demon comes out. Yep.
that's what love bombing is. No.
Okay, I have another question. Okay, so let me just say this. I don't believe that women, or if you feel deeply for a man, I forget what it's called, but like basically, if you love a guy, he leaves some type of residue on your soul,
A
right?
residue.
So
That sound made
yeah,
up. You need
I
residue
can't.
on somebody's soul.
What is it called? You guys have never heard it? Not a
Hell no, a
residue.
residue. That sound like
A
some
soul
cocaine
tie?
shit. That's not.
A
We talking
soul
about.
tie.
Hold on,
Soul
no. We
tie.
talking.
No, no,
Hold
no.
on.
Okay,
Hold
I
on.
don't believe
No,
in
we
soul
no. Hold
ties.
on. We talking to the drug mule. Okay, she making up her own motherfucker.
Okay,
She's
hold
making
on.
up.
No.
She was. What you talking about that residue, bitch?
Residue.
So soul ties. I don't really believe that that shit is real. Do you ladies believe soul ties are real?
Yeah, I think so. I think that not for everybody. I don't think like every time you have sex, but I do think you are. It's like a exchange of energy. That shit is real. It's passing through the body fluid.
No, that's a patriarchal ideology that a woman cannot have sex without having, like basically it's trying to say that. Oh no, basically in a patriarchal society, what they say is that a woman cannot have sex without getting emotionally attached. That's not true.
Wait, I need
Yeah,
somebody
but
to
I think it
mute their
applies to
mic.
men too.
Mute your mic. Can Yeah, because I can't hear because somebody mic is really loud.
Is that my mic?
It's
I
possible.
apologize.
But no, I do think that I think it applies for men too though. You don't think?
Okay.
I
Can
never
you?
really hear it addressed on men. I always hear it basically when they trying to defame a woman on body counts and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
They
Mm-mm.
try to say this soul tie shit, right? I don't agree with that, and I don't think it's a true thing.
No, and
This
it's
is
good
what
that you
I
don't
feel.
believe it.
What if
Right.
you
It
never
is.
had sex with a guy, but you really was feeling him and you really cared for him, and he died? You're gonna feel a soul tie because of emotions, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that has anything to do with sex. I don't believe that.
Well, I don't
And I
No,
think you
really
did get
want
it from
women to
sex.
stop believing that bullshit. If you felt an emotional connection with a guy, whether you had sex with him or not, that was because of that emotional connection. It had nothing to do with whether you had sex with him.
Right. But I don't
why do you think a man will leave you for emotionally cheating, quote unquote?
because they're insecure as fuck. Because they think it's just as serious as because they think that basically you can't have sex with somebody without getting emotionally invested.
Well, that's because a lot of them can't think past their dicks.
Mm-hmm.
But some men do understand women and some men don't. But the men who are really dangerous, they know that the key to your heart is your emotions and not your pussy. See, a lot of men use their dicks to control you, you know what I'm saying, like a microwave, you know what I'm saying, because they know that really, honestly, a nigga using his dick to control you is like the easiest method. A man who's willing to take time and get to know you, that's the one. He still might be on bullshit, but at least he took the time to figure out to get to know you, because that's in a whole nother different way.
Mm-hmm.
And what a lot of men don't understand is that dick ain't gonna get them nowhere. It'll get them somewhere temporarily, but that's temporary.
Right.
That's why pimps don't fuck they prostitutes. Now stick with me.
Mm.
Pimps don't fuck they prostitute because they want to fuck their mind first. Because they know that's
I thought they
the
did fuck
best
their
way.
prostitute.
Well, not many. Not the best ones. I'm gonna tell you right now. The best pimps don't fuck they prostitute. And the reason is because they want to fuck their brain first. That's the best way to get a bitch on your team. You want to make a bottom bitch? I'm telling you right now how to really fuck over a bitch. And it's not to fuck you over, but I'm telling you how these niggas fuck you over. You really want to fuck over a bitch? Don't fuck that bitch. You
Mm.
got to use whole tactics. Just like we don't fuck niggas when we really like them. That's
Mhm.
how they fuck over your mind.
I
I'm telling you
did.
right now. The best pimps don't fuck their hoes, man.
Mm.
And they'll have them doing everything out this motherfucker. I'm telling you. They don't give them that dick because they use whole tactics.
I don't think everybody you fuck
I
you
got,
get
I,
soul ties
I
with.
got, I got
But
somebody.
I think you definitely can get
Okay,
them.
somebody got me background. Somebody got me. Oh, okay, that's you.
No, I was talking. I
You
said
get it
I don't
back.
think everybody that you fuck you get soul ties
I'm
with.
Sharice. I think it's your background.
I was speaking. Y'all didn't hear me?
Yeah. So what the pimps do? I'm gonna tell you what the pimps do. They try to go for, you can be. It's a matter of young, but
Wait, wait,
really,
wait, wait. Sharice, can you mute your mic? I don't know what's
I
going
was
on,
already.
but
I
it
was
sounds
just
like,
on mute.
oh, okay, you was. It's something
Yeah.
in the background is an echo.
okay. So pimping and gang membership and building a cult, man. I can build a cult in less than 30 days, man, and have these niggas doing whatever I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you how. Okay, I'm gonna give you the formula, man. I can have hoes out here walking a stroll for me. I can have motherfuckers out here eating my semen if I had semen. I can have motherfuckers doing anything. It's psychology, man. Because the best way to get to a motherfucker's mind is to go directly to their mind. It's not through their pussy. It's not through sucking their dick. How you think that you can suck a nigga dick and still not have that nigga under control? It's not through your reproduction system. Your reproduction system has nothing to do. I mean, it has some element to get into your brain, but really, if you really want to get to a nigga mind, you got to go to a bitch's or a nigga's mind directly. That's how. That's music. That's talking to a motherfucker. That's saying the right words. That's being rhythmatic around this bitch. That's confusion. That's trauma bonding. It's psychological warfare. It ain't got nothing to do with your pussy. You cannot fuck a motherfucker never a day in your life and have them doing everything you want for them. I mean, have them doing everything. That why you think that they put that nigga Manson in jail when he didn't even go to none of those murder scenes? It's because he had their mind. These niggas know what it is. These sciences, they know how effective controlling a mind is. That's why there's certain things that you can say and certain things that you can't say in advertisement. It's against the law. There's certain things that you cannot do in advertisement because they know how to affect human mind, human brains. They got people that study the shit. The human brain is a terrible thing to waste. I'm gonna tell you like that right now. You know how to talk to a motherfucker. You understand how to implement psychological warfare. Don't you know that war starts in the mind first before you even bust out any gun, any type of physical adornment, any please. Warfare starts in the mind. That's the first war tactic. Divide and conquer. How you think that they can come in your communities and just whisper an idea and then that shit go wild for 10 stages of genocide, man? I've been trying to teach these niggas 10 stages of genocide. Understand what you're going through. Why do you think that propaganda is so fucking powerful? You touch a nigga's mind, you touch a nigga's soul around this bitch. You ain't never got to touch a nigga's body.
This is what I've been feeling about this shit propaganda. I'm glad you mentioned that word. Because the propaganda right now is a woman can't speak. A woman need permission from her husband. A woman need a good woman. Put it like that. Not just a woman, a good woman, right? The woman needs men want. They are the new mister. They want us back in the color purple. And if you listen to this guy, Anton James, I've recorded his wife twice when he's allowed her to talk. She basically, if you look at her, she has to look at him to make sure she's saying the right damn things. And me, it's almost like she a fucking slave. God forgive me. And I feel like she's a beautiful woman. I'm not gonna knock her, but you can't even be allowed to have your own thoughts or to voice your own opinions because you want to make sure you're getting this image right for him, right? These men really want women to be subjects like this. It's the new mister, it's the new slave bitch. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Well, ma'am, you know they had an
It's all about image.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna trip y'all out. Y'all probably already read this article. I'm trip y'all out. They had an article back in the day, a couple years ago, right? Where a feminist, and they rejected the shit because it was feminist, but she put it out there. She said the black man is basically the new white man to black. So you know how white men treat people globally and how they implement their plans and Jim Crow and shit. She said basically the black man is basically the white man to black women. And that's the fucked up part about it, because if you look at the tactics, it's the same shit. The way they treat us, the way shit.
Y'all, this is shit I'm saying. You saying the exact right word. This is what I'm seeing on YouTube. It's like the black woman ain't shit compared to this. This is some sick shit I'm seeing, y'all. And I know I move around a lot of married couples. I have yet to met a married couple that's like this, where they need permission to speak from their fucking husbands. I've never seen this shit in my life.
That's like this new generation, like
yeah, but they're trying to make this modern woman to get this ideal husband who ain't gonna be shit.
But they think that this shit is cool. That's why they can come on and be like, "Your man don't love you if he ain't putting his hands on you."
Real mamas, they're not trying to make wives. They're trying to make bottom bitches. That's what we need to understand. The rhetoric and the religion that they're giving us. The religion.
What?
What's happening, baby?
Long time no hear from, brother.
Now, I just listened in right quick, man, for the things y'all talking about. I'm at work. I'm about 200 feet up in the air right now. So I'm checking out News University. Y'all go ahead. I'm going to jump in when necessary.
Okay.
Yeah,
Be safe.
like I was saying, a lot of this rhetoric, y'all, they put it under the umbrella like they gonna marry you. They're not trying to marry you. That's why they go against marriage when you ask for marriage. When you say you want to shut down your pussy and wait for marriage, they go against that. That's because they're not making wives. They're trying to make bottom bitches. They're not
Yeah,
gonna tell
pretty
you that.
much. They
They're
want to
not gonna
trap you with a whole bunch of kids, but they don't want to marry you.
exactly. You're a bottom bitch. They want to use your womb. They want to use your
Listen.
services. They want to use you to get other bitches. They want to be bottom bitches. That's what they doing.
Hmm.
Not wives. And that's the issue. Stop being these niggas womb carriers, bottom bitches. Okay, renting out your wombs for free. A lot of I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of them want to just use you to use your womb so they can have you birth their kids, so they can take your kids in court and go adopt your kids so they can live with their gay lovers. That's just the reality.
Probably. Shit.
That's
Yeah,
reality.
because a lot of these niggas is in the closet and ain't coming out. In the closet and ain't coming out.
Unfortunately, that's what's going on. Some
Hmm.
people because you have a motherfucker. Oh, I want you to have my baby. They be all deep all up in your gut, telling you everything you want to hear. They being cheap because they know that adopting children and or surrogation is very expensive. But
Hmm.
tell you a whole bunch of lies and use your womb so they can sit up there and tell a whole bunch of lies about you in the courtroom, take your kids away from you, and go raise your kids with a gay lover. That's what a lot of people are doing nowadays because it's the cheapest option. Telling you right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a lot
They
of
know
these niggas coming out saying that it's black women's fault that they're in the that they're DL basically.
exactly. It's gaslight. It's called gaslighting.
Hmm.
Gaslighting. Crazy. Why you listen? Anytime you get a nigga that wanna crazy make you that. What is this crazy making? Make you mad. You're using the hot and cold game against you, making you feel like you done lost your goddamn mind. Okay. Nah, fuck all that. They got a reason. That men are wonderful strategists. Why you think that men are great at war? Just because they can't go against other men because they got already been conquered, now they're turning their warfare and their warfare tactics against you and not other men because their warfare tactics didn't work on other men. Why you think they're
Hmm.
all you responsible? That's why I tell men, any man that come to me and got something to say about my behavior, I say, well, wait a minute. Why in the fuck? If you got something to do with, you want to make me submit, go make that nigga submit first, and then come talk to me.
Period. That's what I say. I'm not going to submit to somebody who's submitting to another man. It's not
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah. So they ass backwards with the shit. And I'm not a warrior like that. I go against
Mm-mm.
women that wanna, go against men. I go anybody that's trying to commit genocide, 10 stage genocide on black people. I don't like that. So I go against women and men. But now we're talking about men, and and the problem is that a lot of men do this type of shit, and they think that just because black women are quote unquote, we are vulnerable because,
Hmm.
for a certain reason, because we have vaginas and we were nurturers or whatever. But don't let these men run amok on you. Hell no. Why? So they can leave you dusted, busted, and fucking disgusted. Are you fucking kidding me, nigga? Nah.
Okay, but this
Well,
was my question, Trinity. Sharice, Wisdom, Mumu. This is my question. Should we start fighting back on these damn women
Hell
yeah.
who
no.
are
No, no. What you
no,
do
no,
is
no,
Well.
listen, who are propagating this shit with their husbands? Because
okay.
when he calls his woman up there, and even though it appears that she's so uncomfortable, and you can see with your own eyes
Hmm.
that this woman is trying to acquiesce to him, right? And
Yeah.
you can see that she seems uncomfortable and she's looking for his to make sure she got his approval.
Okay.
When
So
are
what
we
you
gonna start going against this type of ideal as
no,
this
you
is
know, no, no,
the
no, no,
good woman? This
no,
is the
listen,
good woman. It's
listen,
just
crime,
like in Color
listen,
Purple.
hold
I
on,
mean,
listen,
not Color Purple. In
listen,
Coming to
crime, okay,
America.
I'm about to answer your question, sweetheart.
Wait. Let me just say this here. In Coming to America, Eddie Murphy movie, and they had the scene with the bride to be was like he was asking her like, "What's your favorite movie? Whatever you like." Whatever you like.
Mhm.
When are we gonna combat against these whatever you like
Okay,
type bitches?
okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. How you combat against that is not how you combat against that is basically not falling for their scams. Cause they gonna find a mammy ass bitch to do what they want anyway. There's always gonna be a mammy ass bitch or pick me
But
ass
they
bitch.
ain't gonna pick her though.
Yeah,
They don't
exactly.
want her for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, exactly. But
Hmm.
this is the problem. They never pick those type of bitches. But this is the problem. They use those women to tell us women like us that what we doing is wrong. What you do is you completely ignore them. You ain't gotta go after them. You gotta attack them, but you ignore them just like you ignore these niggas. Like you should be ignoring them. I don't listen to what a dumbass nigga got to say ever. I don't let these motherfuckers rate me. I don't let these motherfuckers tell me what I'm supposed to be. I just sit there and back and
Right.
watch. Now, when it get too egregious, I might open my mouth because that's my ministry. But that ain't everybody's ministry. All you bitches got to do is shut the fuck up and let them commit genocide against themselves. What you witnessing here? These men talking shit. These men want to fuck other bitches. These men want to date outside their race. What you witnessing is it's called survival of fitness. At the end of the day, a
No.
man knows that he
Them
needs.
getting outside their race has nothing to do with survival.
Okay, like I said, of course, that's why I said it's for survival of the motherfucking fittest. Do you not understand that? These niggas are
No, I
practicing
don't.
without them knowing that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're living in a society where men cannot legally rape us. So we actually are, we're in a good state right here. We don't have to argue with niggas. All you have to do is shut the fuck up. That's why I understand about these divestors. Shut the fuck. You don't have to argue with niggas to get your way. Let them
They
talk.
don't. I
Just
don't think
let
they
them
argue with
talk.
niggas. I think their whole message is to get black women to divest.
Like I said,
And I agree with it personally
so just
because
all you have to do, you don't
being
have to.
invested does not benefit black women as a collective.
Yeah. So like I said, all you have to do is not talk because their rhetoric leads them into self genocide. So you ain't got to go back and forth with them about their rhetoric against you. All you have to
I agree that their rhetoric does make women who are self aware um turned off from you, right? But what I am afraid of is these teenage and young ladies who are listening, who are taking these femininity classes, who are feeling like they're lesser than.
okay, okay, okay. So let me go back to my original point.
I don't know why I'm hearing all this echo. Who is that echo from?
Um, is that me?
I don't hear from you.
Okay, so like I said, you don't have to worry about the mammies and the pick me's because we all was originally some sort of mammy or pick me. But the thing about it is, mammy and pick me in only last but for so long because once they done using you, you gonna learn your lesson real quick. We done all had our heart broken by a nigga that we thought that we loved. So you ain't got to sit up here and try to beg or pick me to be on your side. Eventually, he gonna show her what the fuck it is. So you ain't got to worry about them. They gonna eventually
Yeah, but
step.
I feel like these damn pygmies are really turning these damn women and thinking,
Yeah, but
so if I do this,
but
I
for
can get a
how
good
long?
man. But
Okay,
how
but
long
but
you
for
gonna want to be fake? How long are you
okay,
gonna pretend?
but after they pick me and mammy enough for so long, how long do you think it's gonna take for these niggas to, you know what I'm saying, turn it, to do what they do on? 'Em?
Yeah, but it's
It
like
pick
bigger
me.
than that because these niggas are killing black women. So I think it is important to let young women know that you don't have to be stuck with black men, because a lot of black women think that they can't date out, that that's not an option, that they have to be invested in these niggas or they're gonna be single.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. I understand that. But do you think that you're the one that's gonna teach him that? The only reason why me and you are here is because a black man taught us. And it's the same way that they're gonna teach them. We don't have to
Well, some
teach
of them
them.
may learn, and
They'll
I do think that women can like teach women, because a lot of women have said that
yeah,
they've learned a lot from
okay,
Cynthia.
but
That
okay,
Cynthia,
but
can I finish
okay,
what I'm
but
saying? Can I finish what I'm saying? Like
listen.
that Cynthia has opened their eyes. So I do think that people make can maybe like have people make people have an epiphany.
Okay, an epiphany is one thing, but you can have a million and a billion epiphanies, right? Okay, for instance, how many of us, right? How many of our mamas said don't have sex before marriage, let a man work for you? And how many of us went past that knowledge? All of us. So like I said, it don't matter about no fucking epiphany. At the end of the day, the best teacher is to let them go past us telling them what we got to tell them, because we all gonna be some old bitches eventually, and they gonna be looking at us like just the same way that we looked at our grandmamas and whatever in the fuck. We didn't all see, even when they was out there getting married, even when we a lot of a lot of us watched them baby boomers be married for 45 years, and then the woman was unhappy, but we still went out there and did our own thing, right? We ignored their advice. So we can be um, out here mammying it up for uh mammies and pick me's, like, oh, we're gonna save you. But it's cool and all that, because we don't want to see no, it's like no woman left behind type of syndrome. But at the end of the day, the best teacher is them. Let me
Well,
tell you something.
it's gonna be some
Those
mammies left
men,
behind, but I do
okay, what
think you
I'm
can help some women, like, cause the mammy, it's a lot of old mammies. They've been through the ringer and back with these niggas,
those
so they're just
okay,
not gonna learn. They're not gonna
okay,
learn. But there are
Lord,
women that do benefit.
okay. I have to
There are
respectfully
women that do benefit from
I have
these
to
women's challenge.
respectfully disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because all of us, all of us had the training from a wise woman who tried to tell us. And who was our best teacher? It wasn't that woman that tried to warn us. Our best teacher was that nigga that did us fucking dirt. So sometimes you just got to understand that even though you don't want to see a woman go through pain, sometimes pain is a bitch's best motherfucking teacher.
Hey,
Let
can I ask
them
y'all?
let them teach these women that don't want to listen to the wise women that already been through it. Let the men, the dusty ass niggas, let them be their teachers. But also don't reject them when those women get hurt. Bring them in the fold. Okay, now do you see what we was talking about? Now you get it.
Right, because
Okay,
they might have to learn themselves, like we all
exactly.
did.
That's
You know?
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I understand
But that
what
doesn't
you
mean that you can't, like, that some women won't learn though. Like, I think, like, if you do have a message that can benefit women, you should spread it, because some women ain't gonna learn from you and some women
Absolutely.
will.
okay. I
Hmm.
mean that goes without saying, though, sweetheart. Everybody knows that goes without saying. But you know,
I mean, that's what you said when you said, well, basically, they're not gonna learn from us. They're gonna learn from the man.
okay,
But a lot of them
I'm
are not learning from
Hey,
you.
hey, can
I'm
I
just
ask y'all
okay.
something real
Well,
quick?
yeah, I'm just speaking in general. Really, I'm speaking in general. I'm not talking to
Sure,
you. I'm
sure.
not talking to you. I'm just speaking in general, sweetheart. I'm not. I'm just
Well,
saying. Don't waste your time. Like, you have a life to live. We all on this panel. We know what's good. But sitting here trying to make yourself basically a mammy, okay, for bitches that don't give a fuck and don't want to listen to you, that's not that's not good for you. So stop throwing yourself on the cross. Don't throw yourself on the cross, because you got a life to live.
Hey, can I
Women,
ask y'all a question real quick? Can y'all hear me? I'm on
yeah,
my
what's the
Bluetooth.
question?
Stuff
Yeah.
this radio.
Who is that?
So not only black women can be mammies, right? Like is that goes across races. Like all races of women can be mammies.
Uh-huh.
Definitely. You got Becca Marie and
So,
Ling.
so what percentage of women do y'all think are mammies as far as like women across the board? What percentage do y'all think are
Okay,
mammies?
hold on. Okay, this is my thing. What's the
Majority.
I think it's
purpose?
the
Hold
majority
on.
of
What's the
black women.
purpose of you
Majority.
interjecting a woman's conversation to add your motherfucking implement your question? Your question. You're not breaking ground by with your question. You're not implementing anything that's actually groundbreaking. So what the fuck do you feel that it was so important for you to interject that? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't feel like it was important, and I don't feel like what I was
Okay, so
asking
why the
was
fuck did you
groundbreaking.
do it, sir?
But
Oh my
Why
God.
did you do it,
I'm
sir?
Hold on,
trying to
hold
I'm
on.
trying to answer your question real quick. I did it
Sir,
because I'm
why did you feel that your question
right.
was so fucking groundbreaking that you had to interrupt what the fuck was happening right now? Why?
I don't feel like it was groundbreaking. I
Okay,
just
so
wanted to
you know
ask,
what? So
but
stop. So stop.
right. So
Okay,
Go
that's
back
why
well,
on mute.
I
hold
Go
on.
back on mute. Go back on mute because nothing
Yeah,
you just
Wait,
said was
Trinity.
groundbreaking, sir.
He was
Your
waiting
question
for a chance
ain't
he
listen.
to
was
say
waiting
what he
on
Nothing
it.
wanted
this
to
This is the
nigga
say.
said
question.
was groundbreaking.
Okay, but he,
Nothing. It didn't change the conversation. He didn't
okay,
offer no new
that,
ideas,
that's
but
That's
that's
the
not what I
okay,
was
question.
just
trying to do
calm
though. But
down,
He
that's
asked the
Trinity.
cool. I
question.
I
Because
get
he
it,
was
Trinity.
waiting for a moment for him to ask the question.
what?
He's been here.
Okay. But at the end of the motherfucking
Okay,
day,
but
what
I'm
the
saying
fuck about when his
he
question?
respectfully was waiting.
This is crazy.
Respectfully, he
Hey,
could have kept
Middle,
waiting.
she good.
What is
She
Okay.
good. Let her
going
go in.
on?
She good.
Yeah,
Let her
I
go
don't
in.
know.
She good.
No, but
Okay,
I'm just trying to say, you could have asked that question 30 minutes later and it would have made a difference to this conversation. Why did you use this moment to do that?
Well, what made a
That's
difference from
that.
now in 30
It's
minutes when
just
we was
simply
talking
the
about
moment I thought
Mammy?
about it. But
Okay,
no, it's
okay, I'm
cool.
gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you just did that, sir. You did that so you can interrupt the motherfucking conversation that we was just having. You didn't offer nothing brand new to ask. All you wanted to do was deter what I was telling these ladies. So what the fuck?
I wasn't trying to deter anything from
Okay.
what
So
any one
guess
of y'all
what?
is saying.
So
But it's
what you need to do
but
is stop trying to be a big fish in a little pond. See, that's what a lot of niggas try to do. They try to be the vocal point of what women are saying. Listen, if you want to be a leader and Caesar in a motherfucking situation, go to other men and talk to other men about what's going on and rule them. Don't be trying
wait,
to come
wait,
over
wait,
here when women are speaking and be the best nigga talking because you the only nigga talking. Nigga, we're talking.
wait,
Let women
Trinity.
are talking.
right.
Now
I got
keep
you.
What
your
I'm trying to tell
now
you,
keep
Trinity.
listen. You don't have
Huh?
nothing groundbreaking to
Yes,
say.
I
You're not
will.
bringing nothing new to the
I'm tired
conversation.
though.
So keep your motherfucking
Okay,
mouth closed. If you want to be a groundbreaking ass
this is
nigga,
weird.
go
Like,
talk
this
to
is
other
actually
men.
weird.
How about that? Can you do that? Otherwise, keep your mouth closed until you hear a motherfucking empty space. You don't hear no empty space right here. Basically, you're being a distractor. And I'm not going to have that when I'm talking to these ladies, my sisters. Point blank fucking period.
Okay. Okay. So if anybody but
And
Trinity,
you're still talking. And
I
you're still
don't know.
talking with
if we
nothing
keep
new
it,
to say.
if anybody but Trinity got an answer to that question, I was just
And
wondering
you're
what y'all
still
thought about
talking
it.
with nothing new to say.
Well, you don't know because you
If
didn't
you
let him get
want
a
to
word
be
in.
I'm gonna say this again. If you want to be groundbreaking, if you want to be somebody's ruler, why don't you go be somebody's ruler when you're talking to other men? Don't try to invest yourself in women's conversations and think that you're supposed to be some revered as some sort of king or some sort of knowledgeable person just because you're a man and you have a dick and balls in between your legs. No. Shut your
I
mouth
want to
in
go
women's
back and answer that
conversations.
question.
Hold on. Shut your mouth in women's conversations and speak when you're spoken to. Period.
Momo,
Thank you.
that's you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, this me. This me.
oh, Mama.
Oh, what's up? I
Hey,
didn't know
what's
that
up?
was you. I
Who is
can't
that?
see nobody's name. You don't really
So
know
Yeah,
like
me,
I
but I'm
so
from the
like I
B1
said, and I'm
space
gonna tell
tagging
okay,
in.
so like I said,
Okay,
I'm
I was
gonna
just
tell
making
you
sure.
why I just did that. I'm gonna tell you why I just did that. Because a lot of these men who are actually not you, I'm not saying about this, I'm not saying this about you, brother, but a lot of these men who cannot hold space in men's spaces like to come in women's spaces and be some grand design because they know that in our spaces that they can overtalk us and or just because they speak they can say something and it sounds like something so magical. At the end of the day, if you want to be a magical ass nigga, you want to be revered as Caesar and or some great king, then you need to go fight with other men. Don't come over here trying to overpower with your masculinity because you
well,
know
yeah, I don't think he was doing that.
hold on because you know that we're naturally disposed to listening to niggas. And we are.
Right,
And that
but
might be
Momo's cool though,
Yeah, he
sis.
wasn't doing that. Yeah, he
Like
was
it
exactly, and he
wasn't
waited for all that time just to ask the question. I don't think it was
okay,
even that.
okay. This is the
right.
thing. What I'm trying to say is this. Men know that they don't have to overtalk us or be mean to us in order for us to listen to them. It's only the
Well,
the
he
rapey
didn't
ass.
want us to listen to him. He asked the question so we could respond to it.
But why did he interject himself when we was talking though? Why? You gotta listen. You have to
Because
understand the
he's been waiting
nuances.
patiently and we
Okay.
all
See,
been
okay.
kind of,
I'm
chiming
trying
in,
to tell. Okay,
Right.
I'm
you know.
gonna be. Listen, I'm gonna be quiet,
Hey,
but
hey, go ahead, go.
I'm trying to teach you something right
Please
now.
do,
You have to
sis. I'm
understand.
sorry,
Hey,
because you've been over
send it.
talking this
Yeah,
Hey,
whole
you
it ain't
already
that.
time, and
know.
everybody
Hold on,
else
finish
want to
it.
have a
It ain't
chance.
that important. Like, if y'all don't want
Give
to answer the
everybody
question,
else
that's
a
fine.
chance to talk.
Go ahead, what y'all was talking
I'm
about.
gonna mute
Yeah,
up.
no, no, that's right.
Why are you still talking and you still have nothing
And
groundbreaking to
man,
say?
why
Right.
are you
Right. So
yelling? It
you
is
can
too
talk.
fucking early in the morning for this.
Yeah,
Sis, why
you
you
Why
can
are you
talk
yelling?
though.
Why
yelling?
you yelling?
Okay.
Why
Why
you
are you
yelling?
yelling?
Like it's so early.
Why
Like,
are you yelling?
listen, I was
Teach me
calm.
how to be quiet.
You've been turning this
Teach
whole
me how to
time.
be quiet by being
I
quiet.
don't need to teach you how to be
Go ahead,
quiet. You're
go
Okay,
not my
so
ahead,
if
child.
you're
guys.
I
not
don't
gonna
need to be
teach me how to
obedient.
be
You should be a
quiet,
grown ass
then
woman
why
to
are
know
you
how to
teach?
control
Why?
your
Okay,
emotions.
if you're
Why
not
are you
willing to
Yeah.
over
teach me how
talking?
to be
You're not
quiet,
adding nothing to the
why are you
conversation at this
telling me to be
point. You just
quiet?
want to have a
So you're
fight with
doing too much.
somebody.
If
I'm
you're
gonna mute
You're doing
not
up.
way too
Y'all,
teaching
much.
me
somebody, I'm gonna
how
mute
to
up.
be
This is
quiet, then why
embarrassing.
are you telling me how to be quiet?
This is weird.
Exactly, it is weird, ain't it?
Yes,
So, like
very.
I said,
Hey, Mew,
I
I'm gonna go ahead and hop
okay. You
down. I
see,
just came
okay.
up to
Why
mess
are
with you
you
because
still?
you know
Now
I got
y'all
love
see
for you.
how this
But
man just
listen,
interjected, and now we're
Oh
arguing.
God.
Do you see how we're
listen,
I
arguing
think
I
now?
the
didn't.
majority
Hey,
of
I
women
wasn't trying to disrupt our
Okay, we
conversation
don't
like
need
that.
to hear your
See,
explanation,
you
sir.
did.
but that's cool.
We
Hey,
don't
but I'm gonna
need
Ain't
catch you.
your
nobody
I'm not.
arguing.
explanation,
You're the
sir.
one being
All we
aggressive. You're the
need,
one
Like
being
it's so
all
aggressive because
we
you
nice, bro.
cannot
need
be
is for you
quiet.
to be
You do
quiet,
not know
sir.
how to
We
be
don't need your
quiet. You don't know how to
explanation.
sit back and allow the other
Right.
folks to
Like
talk.
Allow
The
what?
over talking.
Allow
You've been
what?
talking the whole
Allow
allow
what?
somebody else
goddamn
to
time.
speak. Like you're
There's
obnoxious
other
and you're
people to
Allow
annoying.
talk.
what?
Like, shut the
Why do
fuck
you think that
up. It's
we're
too
arguing
early,
right
bruh.
now?
We're
Why
not. We're
do
not
you
Nobody's
think
arguing.
that we're
arguing. You're the
arguing
one
right now?
on 10. Let me
Was
Nobody's
we
calm down,
arguing.
sis.
arguing
Tiffany,
before
calm
that
down.
man
You're the one
interjected
on
into
10
our
right
conversation?
now. You're the one
Okay,
on 10,
were we
Yeah.
sis. Why
arguing
you so
before that man
lit?
interjected
Why why
himself?
Like for
why you
real.
so
Were
lit?
we
Nobody's
Wow.
arguing?
arguing. You've been talking the
Were
whole
yeah, okay,
time. You've been
exactly,
talking the whole
exactly.
time.
Now use
Exactly.
your
Everybody
What's
critical
been
up?
thinking
Are
quiet.
you
skills.
And
okay?
somebody else
Are
going.
you okay
Use
this morning? Did you
your
have coffee?
critical thinking
Did you have
No,
your
for
skills.
coffee this
real.
morning? Did you have your
Use
tea?
your
Like
critical
lavender
thinking
and
skills.
chamomile girl
Why
would
are we
do
arguing
wonders
now?
at this moment.
Where's your
Ain't
wisdom?
Use
nobody
Where's
your
arguing
critical
but
where's
thinking
you.
where's
You
your
skills.
wisdom
arguing
one
with
skills? Because you're
yourself.
doing too much. Like
You
we're not
arguing with
Okay,
arguing.
well,
yourself.
teach
I'm
me
We're
how
not
not
sorry.
to
even
argue.
Good
arguing.
night,
Like
guys.
Teach
Good
me
night.
how not to
good
argue
night,
then.
Nemo.
Teach me how not to